And we are live. Welcome everybody to the Monday group call, man. I'm so excited to have everybody on here this Monday. We got a lot of stuff coming up, man. I keep forgetting all the stuff that we've done recently in the last couple of weeks that's going up there. I had a conversation. Obviously, I spent a couple of days with my good buddy Adam Sosnick, who was here. Adam Sosnick came on Access Vegas, so that was really cool to have him on. We're in discussions about doing something in the future with Patrick Bet-David. If you guys are a fan of PBD, put a 1 in the chat. I love PBD. PBD is like, to me, I love PBD because he's a moderate, but he's able to like express his viewpoints. He's also like, he's the children of immigrants. My mother was Colombian, so I love PBD. He was also a member of the 101st Airborne. He also turned his company into a $400 million company, and he bought part of a sports team, so that's why I'm excited to get PBD on there at some point. If you guys saw my interview with Nick F., the debate, it wasn't really a debate. Honestly, he has every reason to complain. There are way too many people on the other side. I was going to have Adam Sosnick come on here, and we would discuss it later. If you guys want to talk about Nick F., we can definitely do that. Some of Nick's followers came, not Nick. Definitely had nothing to do with Nick. Nick was cool. Nick and I exchanged phone numbers, and we're going to have a discussion later. Some of Nick's followers mass reported me on Twitter. I permanently lost my Twitter because of it. Because I defended myself. So, maybe I can do something else on Twitter at some point. I'm not really sure. We'll figure out. Maybe the company will start a Twitter for me, something like that. A couple of the things going on. The Fresh and Fit episodes were incredible. I was awesome meeting Ryan Dawson, the 9/11 conspiracy dude. It was awesome getting to debate with Destiny. There is a little feud going on between Destiny and Rolo that we may have to discuss here in the future if you guys want to talk about that. There's a lot of stuff going on. There is a debate I've got coming up on Playing with Fire with Alex, and we're going to do another thing where we discuss social circle versus cold approach. And again, I don't have a problem with cold approach. What I have a problem is with his traditional pickup. Traditional pickup teaches a lot of good things, but it also wastes your time in a lot of ways. And we discuss why that is, right? Traditional pickup, like the fat kid in Brazil, the way he teaches pickup is the wrong way to teach pickup. There are ways to teach it where you include social circle and stuff like that. You also have to include the gym. You have to include a lot of other things as far as total self-improvement. Then in that case, that's when it works. The way it doesn't work when it's manipulative terms or objection destroyers or way to get over last minute resistance. That just means your game isn't good. That means your status is. Did you have to keep worrying about last minute resistance and you have to keep destroying objections? That just means you don't have enough status. That's all it means. You just don't have enough status. And that's what I teach in my course, how to have enough status so that isn't a problem for you. Couple other things, man, there's so many other interviews that I'm doing. The interview I just did with Sean Michael Kelly came out where we talked about a bunch of stuff in there, very controversial. He's already made 10 clips of that. So that was awesome. I'm going to go on Brad Lee's podcast here in a little bit. I just talked to Adam Sosnick. He's about to have my man Wes Watson on. You remember, guys, I talk about connecting people, getting Bilzerian on Fresh and Fit, getting Wes Watson on Adam Sosnick. We're connectors in this program. If you guys are wondering what Men of Action is, Men of Action teaches you as a man to be the man everyone meets their boyfriend or their girlfriend through. Your female friends meet their boyfriends, your male friends meet their girlfriends. Everyone gets their job through you. Everyone finds their sponsors through you. Everyone finds their employees through you. Everyone finds their employers through you. Everyone meets their mentors through you. Everyone gets, when they're like, hey man, I'm going to Vegas. Who's the first guy I call? It's Michael. Hey, I want a new book to read on marketing. You call me. Hey man, I need a new book to read on buying my time back. Oh, well, cool, man. I'll suggest for you, Buy Back Your Time. Or I would say by Dave Martell or Dan Martell. I forgot what his first name is. I'll suggest for you the 4-Hour Work Week. I would suggest for you the E-Myth Revisited. I have all these suggestions. I'm the suggester, I'm the connector, and I'm the content creator. That's what we teach in this course. I want you to become that man that everybody comes to for advice, for connections. That's what we are. We teach networking as an evolutionary adaptation, and we teach evolutionary psychology in the Men of Action mentoring course. This is a free call we do every other Monday. You guys can sit here. I will go 5 hours if you want. I got a heart out at 7, but I'll skip my heart out if we still have a bunch of calls and there's a bunch of people on the program once we get past 7 o'clock, okay? So I'll continue to do that. There's a bunch of stuff I want to show you. Also, one other thing that's coming up. Number one, on the 18th and 19th is going to be Maxim Carnival at Resorts World. If you guys are interested in coming to that, I can connect you with it. It's not a traditional Maxim party. It's going to be nighttime with Tiesto. There's a casting on Friday daytime. So I'm bringing a bunch of girls to that. Friday night is going to be Tiesto. Saturday daytime is going to be Zed. And that's the Maxim Carnival. On the 24th, On the 22nd is when I'm doing my debate on Playing with Fire. On the 24th is going to be Babes in Toyland. It's going to be for animal rescue. It's going to be at On the Record in Las Vegas inside of Park MGM. And it's going to be supporting Foster Friday Foundation. We have about 300 girls already signed up, 300 influencers. That doesn't count all the girls that are coming. Those are just the models that are coming to that. Tickets are not very expensive. We just need you to bring donations for the animals if you want to come to that. On the 25th is going to be the final preliminary for the biggest bikini competition in the world, the Girls of Summer Bikini Competition at Wet Republic. All of you who are watching this are invited. I don't want you to think you have to be a part of Men of Action or it costs a bunch of money. Just come to the door at Wet Republic on Friday and say, I want to come. I know Michael Sartain. I watch his show. I want to come watch the bikini competition. And they will let all you motherfuckers in, all of you. Oh, don't say I never did anything for you. Don't say I never did anything for you, okay? So all of you are allowed to come to that. If you want to come on Friday the 25th, I've recruited about 200 girls for the competition. We already have 20 finalists on Friday. On Friday the 25th, we're going to collect our last 10 finalists. We're going to select our last 10. And then those 30 finalists are going to compete for the final prize on September 8th. Another couple things coming up. If you guys want to do Swimsuit USA, we're actually thinking about doing something a little bit different this year with Swimsuit USA, where we want some of you guys to come to it. Instead of Paradise Challenge, we still might do Paradise Challenge too. We're going to do both. I'm going to go to both. It's just, I'll be honest with you, last time at Paradise Challenge, probably a little too many guys. So we're going to try to increase the number of girls that go to Paradise Challenge. Swimsuit USA might be a little bit different. There's a couple other things. In October, at the beginning of October, will be my birthday party. You guys know that's going to be, we're going to have an immersion probably around that. It's going to be a huge issue, a huge situation there. We're going to do in Los Angeles, we're going to do Babes in Toyland for breast cancer. It's another huge charity involving a bunch of influencers. At the end of October, we're going to be doing Swimsuit USA. On the 29th, we're going to be leaving town to go do that. One other thing I almost forgot, on the September 16th is going to be a huge open, what's it called, auction for animal rescue here in Las Vegas. It's going to be for the Foster Friday Foundation. So for those of you who are new to MOA, you're like, why did Michael just name off all those events? Well, because the first 4 steps of MOA, remember, step 1 is fix your Instagram. Step number 2 is build your hot list, which is 2,000 female influencers and 200 guys that you want to network with that are high status. Step number 3 was to find events. Motherfuckers, I just gave you 8 events. You can invite anyone to those 8 events, and you don't even have to be able to come to those events. When we do Maxim Carnival on the 18th and 19th, there's nothing stopping you from inviting a girl in London, inviting a girl in Los Angeles, a guy inviting a girl in Sydney, Australia. She might not say yes. She might not say yes, but she's going to have an open thread with you, and she is going to say thank you. That's a secret that we learn in this program that a lot of people don't understand. The trick in MOA in the beginning is not to get people to show up. It's to get open threads. It has something to do with the algorithm. It's a way for you to grow your IG. It's a secret that we teach in this program. It's not much of a secret because I'm doing it on my public calls. Also, 91% of my engagement comes from people who don't follow me. We teach you how to grow your IG that way too. That's some of the other stuff that we go over here in the Men of Action mentoring group. So that's the reason why I just gave you 8 events that you can invite people to. So you guys can go back and watch this on YouTube if you want. You can see all those events that I just invited people to. Okay, cool. Now, next thing I want to go over is also step number 4 is you need to be able to bring 6 girls to those events that we just described before. The reason why we say 6 girls is because kind of as a rule in Las Vegas, you need 5 girls for a comp. And I always say 5 + 1 is 6. Also, photos with 4 or 6 girls, I think are the best photos. I think those are the best looking photos. Once you get more than 6, it gets a little colluded. So I like guy right here in the middle with 3 girls on each side. I think those are the best photos for Instagram. It's just me. This is my opinion. Okay. Sound good? Now, guys, if you're new to the program, I know, Steven, you're not new, but if you guys, I want you to raise your hand and we're going to get into some discussions. If you want to debate me on some topic, we could do that. If you guys want to talk about one of the previous shows that I was on, I've been on a ton. If you want to talk about that huge fight that Adam Sosnick got on in Access Vegas, a couple of days ago when he was on my show, we can talk about Adam Lyons versus Jen. That shit was crazy. I think it's at the 152 mark in Access Vegas that we just did. Access Vegas is blowing up. One other thing I want to say, 2 things with Rolo. Number 1, his daughter just got married a couple of weeks ago. So send him a congratulations message if you get a chance to do that. Number 1. Number 2, it was on the 3rd of August. His daughter got married, I believe. And the second thing is Rolo is a bit under the weather, so there will not be an Access Vegas on Thursday. He's not going to come out here. He doesn't want to get anybody else sick. So tell Rolo to get well soon. And then we're going to do another Access Vegas in September, because on the 31st of August is going to be Dan Fleischman's birthday. Unfortunately, I can't invite you guys to that thing. You guys got to bring at least like 60, 70 girls to get invited to Dan Fleischman's birthday party. So that's going to be on the 31st of August. So we're going to do our next one in September. And then definitely September 7th is going to be the next one. And then September 8th is going to be our final for the bikini competition. Cool. Beautiful. All right. Got Paul in the house. Got lots of raised hands. Man, I get so fucking motivated when you guys come on here. One other thing, Eric Sandoval, could you do me a favor? Because I know you got it. Could you put the school server in the chat here and in the chat on, actually, you know what? I'll do it right now. Put it in the chat here, and then we'll put it in the chat on YouTube as well. We want it there just in case you want to join us. Guys, if you're part of our free school server, you get notifications for everything that we do here. There we go. Is that the free school server? It sure is. Okay, I'm going to put it in both of them right now. So in YouTube, if you guys are watching, you guys want to join us on the free school server, there it is right there. And if you guys want to join us on the free school server here on Zoom, there it is right there. And one last thing I want to give you, I'm going to give you a little invite here real quick. I'm going to copy invite link. For those of you who are watching us on YouTube, if you just click this link right here, instead of sneak dissing me on fucking YouTube, you want to be a man and actually talk shit to me to my face, you guys are welcome to do that right now on Zoom. I just gave you the link to hit me up on Zoom. I see good about 100 people watching us on YouTube right now, so that's good to go. All right, cool. We're gonna start with Gracio, and then we're gonna get to a bunch of questions, and I'll just bring up stuff as we go along. Let me put my AirPods in. My bad. Let me put my AirPods in. Give me 1 second with that, and then real quick, let me lower my camera just a smidge because it's a little too high. Right, perfect. Man, you know what? I'm gonna tell you one other thing, guys. You don't got to go to work, you get to go to work. If you guys want like a super fulfilling life, this is for me, ultimately this is the goal I pray for all of you. Find a job where you get to work harder and make more money. Listen to what I said. As a teacher, that's a great job. I'm not saying teacher's a super fulfilling job. I'm not talking about this. But as a teacher, if you work harder, you don't necessarily make more money unless you're like Dr. Buss and you start writing books. Find a job where you work harder and you make more money, and then you're able to buy. So step number one is you're going to be trading your time for money. That means like you're managing McDonald's, right? You're an Uber driver. Every hour I work, I receive money. So I'm trading my time for money. Step number two is now I'm going to trade my money for time. I'm going to hire an assistant. I'm going to hire someone to do my social media posts. I'm going to hire someone to build my sales funnel. I'm going to hire someone to train my sales team. Now I'm trading my money for time. And step number three, you guys know what step number three is? Step number three is when you start trading your money for more money. Okay. That's when I'm investing in real estate. That's when I'm buying other companies. That's when I'm buying assets in order to grow. Okay. If you guys are interested in talking about this kind of concept, let me know, but figure out, where are you on this scale? Are you in step number one? Are you trading your time for money? Step number two, are you trading your money for time? Remember, I'm scaling. There's 75 people on here. There's going to be, when this is done, we usually get about 10,000 views on this YouTube, and we get a lot of leads from these calls, right? So I'm scaling myself by using Zoom and YouTube. And then step number three, trade my money for money. Men of Action, we're probably going to start buying properties, and then we're going to start renting those properties back to the company, right? And then we're going to start paying off those properties. So now I'm buying assets. I'm trading my money for money. Step number one, I'm trading my time for money. Step number two, I'm trading my money for time. Step number three, I'm trading my money to make more money. You guys understand? If you guys want to go and you want to have a discussion that, also, how does 8, 9, and 10-figure companies go? 8-figure companies, what they'll do is they'll buy ads, and the ads will have a positive ROI. That's where we are at Men of Action. We have like a 26-to-1 ROI on our ads. We can't spend enough money on our ads. Step number two is you grow so big that you want to break even on your ads, but you use it in order to gain leads and then upsell people. But the biggest companies, the 9-figure companies, you know what they do? They lose money on their ads. And they just want to completely envelop the entire market with their ads, right? That's what Amazon did. That's the Netflix model. So that's the way you guys want to work it. If you guys want to understand scalable growth, that's something else we can discuss in this program besides figuring out, hey, Michael, how do I have a threesome? I know you guys are going to ask me that question too. We'll go over that here in a little bit. Okay. Sound good? All right, let's do it, man. We're going to get to these questions, man. I'm excited. Here we go. We're going to start with Gracio. Gracio, what's your question? Stand by. Gracio, you need to start your video real quick. Okay. Now you can unmute yourself. Once again, guys, on these calls like this, I can't give everybody the unmute feature just because we have a lot of, like I said, there are people, these guys in Scotland who are addicted to gay porn. They like to jump on the call a lot and show gay porn. So we can't do that. Anyway, Gracia, what's your question? Stand by. Hey, hold on a second. I just lost audio. Give me 2 seconds. Let me get my audio back. Okay. All right. Well, it's not working. Go ahead and ask your question. All right. We're still having trouble here. Gracio, let me try this again. All right, Gracio, unmute yourself.
Okay, now you can listen.
Got you. I got you, brother. Go ahead. Do it.
All right, perfect. So thank you, Mike. So I'm about to throw my first photo shoot on 2nd September. And we already have double the girls pre-confirmed that we are aiming for, which are 7. And we already have 15 pre-confirmed, but we are aiming at getting 30 so that we have a 75% flake rate so that we get our 7. Now, the thing that me and my partner, we are both running this thing, is that we are like thinking there is a possibility of more than 7 girls appearing or actually being able to come and wanting to come. And
can we slow down just for a second? For those of you new to the program, when you're first starting, you're expecting a flake rate whenever you throw an event. So we start off, he said he wanted 7 girls. So he wants 28 confirmed, and then he expects 14 to reconfirm and 7 to show up. For those of you who are like, man, that sounds horrible. Like, why would you deal with such a high flake rate? When it's really attractive women and you're not paying them and you don't have any fucking traction on social media, this is what's going to happen. When you're Dan Bilzerian, you're going to get a 0% flake rate. But in the beginning, when we teach these processes, you're going to have a flake rate. I don't care what any of you say. I'll pick any of you think you're not going to have a 75% flake rate. We're going to go through your Instagram and I'll have some girls sit here and pick you apart. Attractive women with big fake boobies, they flake on a regular basis. And they do so because they're not being paid to go there. So the way you go against that is that you have to over invite. Go ahead and finish what you're saying, Gracio.
Yeah, so the owner of the house has already contacted me 2 times saying that if we have more than X number of people there, I won't accept them to come in. So what I'm thinking is that how do I mitigate the worst case scenario of having more girls actually wanting to show up than the 7 that I need? How do I do that without destroying my relationships with these people that I'm now building as I'm inviting to the photo shoot? Like, what is the plan B? Yeah.
So what I might consider if I was you is I might consider actually having this discussion with the girls and be like, hey, listen, if you're not going to show up, I need you to know, or the day of. So we have this problem. I don't know if you guys saw, but the last Access to Vegas, we had 14 people on there because nobody flaked. It had never happened before, but it's just a good sign for the show. And we had too many people in the room. What I would tell you is talk to the girls and be like, please show up early. If you don't show up early, we can't let you in. I would say something to that effect, or be like the maximum number of people is 7. So if you can't come, we need to know immediately. Now, the reality is when you do that, because you're afraid of too many people showing up, what's probably going to happen is you're going to end up with 5 showing up. Mm-hmm. It's rough, man. Like I'm telling you guys,
no, but that's fine.
I would try to avoid anything where you're constantly having limited how many people you can bring. One of the reasons why I love working with Steve Fowler and I love working with Barry Bly is because if I'm sitting there in the middle of the party and the party's packed and I go, yo, man, I got 20 hot girls outside, without hesitation, they're going to let the 20 girls in. They'll just be like, come around the back, and they let them in. Those guys are never going to say no to more girls. There's no such thing as too many girls at a party. I'm sorry, put a 1 in the chat if you agree with me. There's no such thing as too many girls at a party. When people say that, you're going to have people with the Airbnb. No, that's not true. There's no such thing as too many girls at a party. That does not exist. That's not real. That's living in a fantasy world. Okay. So that's not something that I would ever worry about. But in your case, you do have to worry about it because the dude is straight up telling you, he's like, hey man, if you don't do this right, then we're going to have to get rid of your shit. And that's a problem. Right. And I don't, I wish I had like a proper solution for you. The only thing I can tell you is to just become more transparent with everyone. And I would also become transparent with the owner of the house and explain to him something to the effect of, hey, just so you know, my situation is if I don't over invite, then we don't get any girls to show up. That's how it works because we're not paying the girls. Does that make sense?
Yeah, totally. Yeah. And these connections that I'm creating are very important to me, because actually, since we are inviting people from both Spain and Portugal, I have already like huge models following me on Instagram. I'm just a guy with 400 followers, and now I'm having like 300,000
Wait, hold on. Say
models
that
with
again. Say that
300,000
again for the
followers
dudes who
following me
are
on
not part of
Instagram,
MOA.
and actresses as well. Sorry.
Say that again for the guys who are not part of MOA. What's happened to you?
So
since
I'm
you
just a
took the
guy with 400 people following me. But since I'm throwing this event, now I have models with 300,000 followers and Spanish actresses follow me on IG.
And how many
From
followers
one
do you
week
have?
to the next. Sorry?
How many followers do you have?
439 right now.
You have 439 followers, and you are, hey guys, here's what I want you to do. What's your IG?
Graco Sig. GRACO.
Oh, there it is, right there in the bottom left corner. Guys, call him out. I know some of you are like, that's bullshit. That can't be true. Then call him out. Go through who follows him. If you don't believe us, what I teach works. That's why there's so many people who keep coming back to this shit. We've solved Instagram. We've solved it. As far as like, have we solved it as far as huge organic growth? No, the way to do that is to pay a bunch of money. Have we solved it as far as getting influencers to follow us? We solved it. Go check for yourself. He has 400 followers and he's got he's already got actresses hitting him up. Don't believe me. I want your fucking skepticism. I want your 10 out of 10 bitch ass skepticism. Bring it. Don't be a coward. Don't call me fucking names on YouTube like a bitch. Call out the bullshit. Call him out. Go list. Go fix your fucking IG, boys. Listen to what I'm telling you. Or don't. And just keep believing that this stuff is bullshit. I don't know why you'd be on this call if you still believed it, but call them out. Call me out. Say that the things I say aren't true. Let's do it. Let's have a debate. Bring your evidence. If you want to say shit, that's fine, but stand by your words. Be a man. Stand by your words. Okay? Cool. Yeah. Let me see here.
I don't even have IV of other events. So that's what is funny. Like I just have fixed my Instagram. Nothing more than that. No IV from other events.
That's
and they are
man.
like already very comfortable talking and adding me up.
That's incredible. Well,
the still IV thing, I thought I try it, but nobody. I didn't want to like piss people off. So.
All right, let me see if I can fix this, guys, because I'm having trouble with my audio. Give me about 30 seconds here. Okay, audio's good there. And then let me turn the audio off. And then we'll go back here and then see if I can get it to work. All right, cool. We'll figure it out. Let me go here.
For the people asking what is my IG, that's it. Graco Sig.
Yeah, one other thing, guys, in this program, I should do it on mine as well. You're supposed to put your IG next to your name on when you're in the call. So change your name, put your IG handle, and then also put what city you're from. You can change your name in there for that. Gracio, that's awesome. Like I said before, more transparency. That's the only answer I can give you.
Okay, thank you.
Sound good? I love it, man. All right, let's keep going. Next one is Stephen Roper. What's going on, man? How we doing down in the sunny islands? Stephen Roper, unmute yourself.
Hey, what's going on, man? Sunny Islands is hot, man. I don't know how it is. Where are you? Vegas?
Yeah, it's hot here.
Yeah,
too.
It's hot. Hot as fuck. So yeah, I'm gonna be quick, man. I'm just having an issue where I am I'm very on dates. I'm so comfortable. Like my conversation is so comfortable that I feel like I get like girls will lose attraction and get friend zone. This is a very like traditional question, but I get women too comfortable. Like as a photographer, like I have to do that with models, and like on dates I get the same shit where I'm asking her, like I'll ask questions of like, just like talking about past relationships and shit, that they get so comfortable they feel like they're talking to like a friend. So they lose attraction by the end of it, and it's like
I don't think that's true. I don't think they lose attraction because of that, but keep going.
I mean, okay, well, I feel like they do because they're kind of just like we don't talk as much anymore. Or
yeah, but what you're saying is they lose attraction because you didn't show interest, and I disagree with that. I disagree. Okay. I think they lose. Okay, so here's the thing. Before we go forward, Stephen, here's a huge problem that a lot of guys are having. When I say show interest or when I say show intent, I can't use that term anymore because pickup has fucked that term up so badly. Mm-hmm. For pickup, show intent means turn things sexual, put your hands on the girl, spin her around, pick her up, spin her around, all that kind of shit. That's what for them, that's what show intent means.
Yeah.
That's really bad game.
Yeah.
Okay. So what you do instead is you ask her questions. You're like, tell me more. And then what you do instead is you get compliance. It's one compliance hoop after another, which leads her back to go home with you. I had one guy hit me up. He goes, yeah, I had some girls in my bed, but I didn't want to do anything because I didn't want to mess it up and show intent. And I'm like, I never said don't show intent in your bed. What I said was don't show your dick on fucking text messaging. Don't text a girl you don't know how beautiful she is and how much you want to fuck her and how big her tits are. That's what I told you. Don't over-sexualize your intent until a girl reciprocates.
Yeah.
Play a little bit more hard to get is what I said. Okay. So your problem, Stephen, is not that they're losing attraction because you're a friend. The problem, Stephen, is that you have not seeded the pull leading to another location and more compliance, which goes back to your apartment or house. That's what you're doing wrong. It's not that you're not showing enough intent. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I get you. I mean, okay, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, I mean, if you disagree, let me know if I'm wrong.
I mean, no. I would say the situations I've had is like, it's very, like, there is no, I've had the opportunity of being like, taking them back to my crib because honestly, I tried. I don't really like having too many, I'm older now. I don't like people, randoms at my house anymore.
You don't want randoms at your house? Is that what you said?
Yeah, man. Look, I just know I've been photographer. I've been shooting for a while. I heard too many models tell me stories on how they'd set up some guys. You know, some guys they don't like. I know.
You're saying that. Wait, you're telling me models told you that the models set up guys?
Yeah,
bro, that is crazy.
I mean, I'm in Jamaica, bro. There's a lot of escorts out here. But that's like I've heard, my homegirl has told me stories of like they have set guys up. So whenever I've had that in the back of my head, so I'm like, I'm not gonna invite every and any girl to my crib. But
okay, then hold on, Steven. Then you've shot yourself in the dick. What does it matter if they've lost attraction? You have no place to take the girls.
No, no. Okay, yeah, I hear you. I have a place.
Michael, I'm having problems. I'm having problems where girls are losing attraction and don't want to fuck me, and I don't have a place to fuck them. No. That's what you just told me. What are you saying, bro?
No. I have a place, but it's just I'm just very picky of who I bring back to my crib. That's all I was saying. Like
I don't mind. I mean, be picky. Like I'm picky too. Like they need to be hot. How about that?
Yeah. But okay, what I'll do is I'll try that this week with like the next set of girls I'm shooting. By the way, you guys are shooting 7 to 10 girls I shoot. That's crazy. But yeah, the next girls I'm shooting.
Wait, is that a lot?
Huh?
Is 7 girls a shoot a lot?
I just like that to me. That sounds like a lot for me, but I'm very.
Why does it sound like a lot? No, I'm curious. Why does that sound like a lot?
Because that's just a lot of energy, man. You're gonna be shooting, and that's a lot to edit. Like that's just how I'm thinking. I'm like, is
that what you're concerned about editing? Hey, here's a crazy idea, dude. Some of these guys are finally starting to figure this out, and I've been saying this forever. Just give the girls their fucking stuff.
Oh, so you don't even edit?
I don't edit shit. Why would you edit? Dude, you're telling me 7 girls is too much? Are you kidding? This is an average photo shoot for me. 7 girls?
And you're the one that's shooting?
No, I mean, but I have 25 guys up there shooting. Like, 7 girls is a problem? 7? But I have 7 girls in the bathroom. Are you kidding?
Bro, when I think, like, when I see that, bro, all I'm thinking is about, okay, I'm shooting. Because I've done, like 4? And that's like, I don't know. That's a lot for me because I'm like, all right, this one. I'm taking the time because I'm thinking about editing and all of that shit. But you guys just basically shoot and just give them the
then don't edit. Then don't edit. This is my birthday party. Like that other thing was the Ignite party. This is just my birthday party. Like 7 is too many for you? That's crazy to me. What do you mean 7 is too many? That's no, bro. Then give them the raw footage if that's the problem. Give them the raw. I'm trying to find some good ones here.
Okay, that's crazy. That's all right. Cool. All right, but I'm not gonna try and do like I'll do like 3 or like. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about that, like that level of work and that level of coordination. I'm like, wow. But
yeah. Hey guys, how many of you guys look at this and think, man, this is such a problem? Who here thinks this is a huge problem for you? That you look at this and you think it's a problem, bro? You got to change your attitude. Awesome. Like this is not a problem. This is this is amazing. This is not a fucking problem. This is a great life. That's what that looks like to me.
It looks fun. It looks awesome. But I'm just thinking of like, oh shit, the shooting and all of that. But no, man. All right. Yeah, Mike. That was just my question, bro. I've been having that issue where I'm like, I felt like I was being friend zoned.
Yeah. Hey, no. You are because you're not using compliance. It's not because you're not using intent. It's because of compliance. Now, you can show intent by asking for compliance. Hey, do you want to come with us? We're going to go have drinks at this spot later. You're showing intent. Hey, do you want to come have drinks with me? And then she's going to give you compliance by saying yes. So two things happen. You're more likely for you and the girl to work things out because she came with you, but you're also more likely because she complied with you. I know it's kind of hard to grasp, but if a girl says like 15 yeses in a row, she's just going to keep saying more yeses. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. Yeah, the yes ladder, I think they call it. Yeah.
Can we just get a stack of yeses instead of you worrying about? Because what happens is you guys is like, oh no, I'm talking to the girl. I don't know what to do. I got to pull my cock out. I guess that's the only thing to do to escalate. Here's my cock. You guys got to stop thinking like I need to sexually escalate all the time. You need to it's because you don't have like all you have is attraction and then you think about sex and you don't have this middle part, which is called game. You guys don't understand game. If you understand game, what you do is in this middle part, you just keep getting a bunch of compliance loops. You keep putting them through the compliance. That's what happens. This is the same thing. By the way, we're talking about sales. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, that doesn't mean you have sex with them on the first date. Maybe it's the third date. Maybe it's the second date. But what I'm saying is it's a bunch of compliance. It's a stack of yeses that build attraction. You guys need to look like the Florence Nightingale effect. It's this thing where nurses fall in love with their patients because they're doing things for their patients. If a girl is constantly doing things with you and for you, she's going to start to believe she's attracted to you. It's really weird the way that works. I always have people invest in me. When people invest in me, they're just more likely to work with me and to trust me. Make sense?
Yeah.
Got it? Yeah. Beautiful. Matt Torres, stand by. Let's go to Matt Torres. Go ahead and unmute yourself. No, I'm sorry. I did that wrong. What happened? Okay, we're going to go Matt Torres and go ahead and start your video, Matt Torres.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
So I have TikTok with like 300K followers.
Okay.
And that's the main social media that I was using. But
where?
I talk
platform?
about sports. TikTok.
On TikTok, you have 300K. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I was talking about sports, and I created a TikTok for this sport platform. It was just sports videos and that kind of stuff. So basically my question is, how can I leverage this to network, to like business, meet, help people with their business, or improve my social media, which is step one of this program. Because I mainly do sports content. So I have my personal account, but this account on Instagram that I created has 22,000 followers. So I have followers there, but they are mainly for the sports content. So my question for you is, how will I use that and also follow this program?
So Matt, a couple things you have to consider. Number one is what you're asking me about is about helping people with their business. That seems like very different from your sports content. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So I would consider alternate channels. So multiple channels for, multiple Instagrams and multiple TikToks. And then the thing you have to do in your TikTok is constantly feed to those other channels.
What do you mean by that?
Like constantly do on TikTok, make stories saying, check out my other channel.
Okay. I get it.
Or at the end of your TikTok, say, check out my other channel. And you need to probably in your link in bio in your TikTok needs to go back to your Instagram.
Okay. Another question. Thank you. When I'm meeting like models and that kind of girls, should I give them my sports TikTok, or should I give them like my personal one? What do you think about it?
I only give girls my IG. I never give them my TikTok. So you could. I mean, you have 300,000 followers. I mean, I guess you could. Yeah, I mean, it's fine. It's just like then they have to follow you and you have to follow them in order for them to message you. So it's not really a great way to keep in touch by giving them your TikTok.
Oh, sorry. No, I meant like, because I have an Instagram for my sports page.
Yeah.
But I have my personal one. So what I mean is, when you meet women like on the clubs and that, like, should I give them my sports Instagram to remain in contact?
So I give them my coaching Instagram because then they can message me. I don't give them my TikTok. You understand? If I have like 80,000 subs on TikTok. If some girl, if I give her my TikTok, if I'm not following her and she's following me, she can't message me.
No. What I mean, I have like an Instagram for sports. Like,
got it. No, I understand. Then use the Instagram for sports. Unless you have another
okay.
one that's good, I would just use the Instagram for sports.
Okay. Could you like rate mine? Like,
I mean,
or no?
We can. I'm going to tell you it's going to be really ugly because you're not part of Men of Action. So like it's pretty rare that you're going to have a good Instagram, but I can if you want.
Yeah, sure. Let me see what's
like, just so we're clear, this is the only time I'm going to do this today. For the rest of you, if you want me to rate your Instagram, you have to join the free school server. In the free school server, there are networking coaches that will go over your Instagram. Okay. So here's my Instagram. You guys, so my Instagram is for coaching, but do you see what I show up here at the top? So when I message girls and they see this, they're like, okay, yeah, maybe I will hang out with this guy. Okay.
Yeah.
The photos need to show irrefutable visual evidence. And they do. They do show irrefutable visual evidence. Make sense?
Okay. Let me send it to you. Yeah, sorry.
Don't see it. Just copy and paste it in the chat.
Oh yeah, I think I sent it to you. You get it?
Copy. So first off, your name is got to change. That's not a usable name.
Okay.
Yeah, it change it to something more recognizable to your name. Your handle.
Okay.
Okay, found you. All right, good. So let's just do this since we're having an issue here. Is your job is to talk about sports, right?
Well, it's like my job is actually photography for a hotel. I do photography and videos, but it's like my passion. Like I love sports.
Okay. So because you're talking about football, I don't have a problem with what you're doing with a lot of these. I think you might want to work on your cover photos. So one of the issues you have, do you see how shiny you are here? And do you see how this one, your mouth is just open?
Okay.
You see how this one, your mouth is just open?
Yeah.
This one's a little better, but you still look shiny. Like you're just kind of like doing whatever. And you need to be a little bit more selective with your cover photos.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, makes sense.
So that would be something I would change. If you're just doing this for sports, that's fine. Having your face like this close up, I don't know necessarily if that's what you want. But as far as if you're using this to like build a network and like meet girls, probably this is not the way I would go. But if you want to use this for your sports, then I would do that. This is totally fine. You'll notice with us, like with mine, and I even get pissed at them about this, but you'll notice with mine, let me see if I can get this to work. You'll notice with mine, we're a little bit more selective because of the lighting that I choose with how my face looks, although it's not great. We're a little bit more selective. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Also, do you see this thing over the cover? Women who make you wait. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You see how it's in the title there? Red pill filled with how John Zerka picks up girls. You see how there's a title like that? I would do something a little bit bigger like that.
I get it.
Make sense?
I get it. Yeah. So I use my personal account to like meet like models and that kind of stuff.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to do a lot of work, but yes.
So if I want to like throw like an event or at a hotel I work, I should use my personal.
Let me ask you something. What percentage of your followers are men? Like 99%?
Yeah, like something like that. Like
Okay.
90%.
Yeah, I would make a second account, and then on my main account, I would constantly be feeding to the second account, try to get 1,000 followers, and then make sure everything on that second account, your personal account, looks like one of the the IGs that we have in Men of Action. If you guys are looking for that, go into the school server and you can find the testimonial Instagrams that are in there. I would find those Instagram testimonials and I would use those as a template.
Okay, good. Because on my personal, I do have 1,000, but thank you.
Okay, beautiful. Again, I'm not going to review any more Instagrams. What's going to happen today is you guys are going to join the school server. And when you join the school server, you're going to ask to have your Instagram reviewed. We do a free Instagram review in there. Okay. Once they review it and they say it's good, then ask me once they say it's good. There's too many for me to review. Okay. Let's do Facundo or Facendo. Hold on a second. What's going on? Why is it not letting me do this? Unmute yourself.
What's up, Mike? It's Facundo.
Facundo, that's what I thought. All right, go ahead, brother.
About the last Access Vegas episode, So I really enjoy these. Like, there's always some value in these, the male guests and everything. However, and I also like to 2x my shit. Got that from you. So, however, the last one was just at some point I had to turn it off because like so many people just talked over each other.
Yeah.
So my question for you as a business owner using that as a marketing piece, sitting in that room, what was your feedback on that episode? Did other people like think about it the same? And if you sit there, like what is for you is more valuable, like knowing that you will clip this and have like pieces where like people screaming, obviously attention, or maybe trying to keep it as a listenable piece in and of itself to avoid that it gets a headache to listen to.
Yeah, I totally understand that it was a headache at certain points. It does come off pretty good, though. I mean, we did stop them. We're talking like 30 seconds where they're like yelling at each other, and I get where you're coming from. But the clips are going to be magnificent. So the clips are going to be, 100 times more engagement than the actual video.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that's what ends up happening.
Yeah. And do you think it's kind of like also hugely based on just the sheer number of people that kind of like adds up, or was it like just
yes,
because
it does.
of topics
and also
the
amount of time that we were on YouTube, it starts to build up that way too.
Okay, got it. Yeah, it was interesting how you see that, like what's more important to you, and but I can see
how
it's
not even a question. What's more important to me is actual total views, and you're going to get more views from doing it. From if the fact that Jen and Adam went after each other, read the comments. There were a ton of people that were like super happy that Adam went after her.
Yeah, sure.
So I mean, I get what you're saying, and I don't disagree with you, but like it's not enough for me to change it, and there was nothing I could do. It's just going to happen. There were too many people in the room.
Yeah, sure.
And I see that happen on Fresh and Fit, and they kick somebody out, and that is the most viral thing they do in Fresh and Fit is to kick a girl out.
Yeah, sure. And I saw how you guys like try to like speak up to kind of like get like this under control. But I was just curious, like what are your thoughts on that and using these things, and so it's interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
cool.
I couldn't stop what happened.
You're
going to do a panel show like that, people are going to yell at each other. You saw with Adam Sosnick with Alpha King Nima saying that, Nick Fuentes had a micro penis. Nobody planned for that. And it really stopped the showdown. It really stopped the show. I mean, it was stupid and it didn't help anybody. And one of the things I hated about it was that me and Rollo ended up having to like defend Nick. We were on Nick's side. It was like, we don't want to defend Nick, but we had to, because it was like, that was inappropriate. But here's the thing. I watched Alpha Nima, his clips. His clips are exploding. At first I was like, man, that was kind of dumb for you to do that. Then I looked at it. No, it wasn't dumb. He fucking destroyed his audience because he's Jewish. His audience loved the fact that he was trashing Nick so much. He's getting 100,000 views a post from posting that stuff. So the real winner was Alpha. It was Nima.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. And in the end, you have to make like business decisions and like have paychecks. So obviously you have to prioritize. So let's do this.
When we want to have rational, logical decisions, we'll do those here, discussions, and the rest of it, we'll just treat it like entertainment.
Sure. And it's not like that every episode is like this. So once in a while is like totally cool. If you get the clips, like perfect.
Yeah.
Well, it's interesting to get your thoughts. Thank you. Cool.
Yep. No problem. Let's go to Dave Octavian. What's your question?
Hey, Michael. Thank you. My question is business related.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So my question is business related. So let's say you're running a business and you have a certain profitability target and a certain amount of time passes. Now, how do you decide, like, what's your criteria for deciding whether it's still worth running that business and like whether to kill it and look for another opportunity or keep working on that business?
It's really interesting. So I've asked this question before, and the answers that I've gotten range from things like, if you're not doing 20% growth a year, that's usually usually the main one where people say that's enough. That makes sense. What kind of business can you describe? What are the hardships with the business that make you not want to do it? Did we lose audio? Well, I guess he's gone. Okay. When he comes back, go ahead and have him raise his hand again. I can't unmute Dan. All right, hold on. Here, Dan, let's see what happened here. Why were you muted? That's weird. All right. Try it again, Dan. Unmute again.
Yeah, it works now. Thank you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, like I'm working in the OnlyFans promotion space, so I am promoting OnlyFans creators, and like I wasn't sure like what should my expectations be in terms of like profitability and just goals, and when should I decide? Like I'm not on the, you know, I'm not gonna decide to kill it anytime soon, but just to see like, okay, am I going to run this for another 6 months? And if I don't hit like a reasonable goal, should I just go for another opportunity? Or, you know, how long should I go, you know, while accepting a certain level of, you know, revenue or profit? And even if my goal is a lot higher. So that's what I was trying to figure
out. Yeah. So you guys have heard me, the number one, industry I have warned you all against is getting into OnlyFans management. That is the thing I talk about more than anything else. It is hyper saturated. If you get a girl up to 100K a month, the first thing she's going to do is get rid of you. I'll give you numerous examples of this. Corey Yee is a great example of this. That's what she did. It is a losing business model. If you guys are able to make it, cool. You're part of the 1% that could make it. I am really recommending you guys don't try to get into solar right now. You can. I mean, if you really know what you're doing, you can get into solar. Don't try to get into real estate agents right now. Like 70% of real estate agents haven't sold a single house. These areas are oversaturated. Also, I wouldn't get into content management, making these short clips. I wouldn't start doing that now unless you really, really, really knew what you're doing. That industry has gotten super, super competitive. So I would be careful with that. So I'm going to I'm not saying you definitely can't do it, but I'm going to recommend you guys stay away from these oversaturated industries when you're trying to make money. Amazon FBA, you can do it if you have a great teacher and you're willing to do incredible amounts of work. Anything can work if you're willing to do the work. The problem with, like I said before, with the OnlyFans management is as soon as you make the girls money, they're the first ones to fucking ditch you. They will get rid of you in 2 seconds. Make sense? Okay, maybe we lost them. All right, cool. There we go. Let's go to Michael. This is Mikey Sway in LA.
What up, Michael? So I'm going to this EDM show in October called Afterlife. I've heard you mention that for EDC, you network with the Tau Group to get access to the Marquee Skydeck.
Yes.
With Instagram's new changes, I kind of have one shot at these promoters and festival.
Yeah, so you don't. So Mikey, great question. Send them their own photo.
What do you mean their own photo?
So click on here. I'll show you real quick. So you're going to go to, we'll pick one right now. Can you see my Instagram right now?
Yeah.
So you would go to like Roman Raul, right? So maybe he's lost his IG. Let me see. So he's a promoter in, bro, Instagram on fucking, here we go. Yeah, Roman Raul. So you go to his IG, and what you would do is you'd click on one of his photos. You can actually do this with his story also. You click on one of his photos, and then you see this right here where you share.
Sure. Yeah.
You would send him his own post and then comment underneath it.
Make sense? And that'll open up like a standard thread.
Yeah, that'll defeat the one message thing from IG.
And what value should I start thinking about when targeting these people for that situation, opposed to like a charity or photo shoot? Like
for me, it's like I can bring a bunch of girls. And by the way, how good your IG looks is going to determine whether or not they respond to you. Also, I think it resets if they delete your message. Is that correct? I need someone to do this with me. I think it resets like the whole one message thing. If they see your thing and delete it, I think it resets. I'm not positive. Someone know the answer to that, you can tell me. But yeah, the sending them their own photo is probably the way I'd go from this point forward.
And then one other question. I'm also going to Maxim's Halloween party in LA in October as well. And I plan to bring about 10 to 20 girls to that. I don't need admission for myself, but things like this, should I be targeting to get girls on lists or whatnot? Or is it generally
of course. I mean, how do you expect to get them in?
Well, I just wasn't, because they're all gonna be hot, so I wasn't sure if they just get in with
No. There'll be your super hot girls will be behind 100 people trying to get in.
Okay, so I just need to target the operators and get them on the list.
Okay. I'm trying to think. We're recording, so I don't know how to say this. They already put up the advertisements for Maxim Halloween.
I've just been using the one from 2022, the Halloween party.
Okay, but do you know who's throwing? I mean, you've seen the ads for 2023.
Yeah, they just haven't released the location yet.
Okay. If it's Teatro who's throwing it, I will get all the girls in. If it's not Teatro and it's that other company, get ready for a really rough night.
Okay.
Get ready to go to a party with 75 to 80% men. And your girls are going to have to wait outside all day because they didn't buy a table.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, there's a drastic difference depending on who throws the party. Maxim doesn't throw their own parties.
Yeah, I figured that. I figured they just slapped their logo on it, but I wasn't sure yet who to reach out to. But I've already got like 40 approvals. So with 50%, I'm looking at 10 to 20 girls.
Yeah, I mean, for Maxim, you're going to get higher than 50%.
Okay.
Guys, give me 30 seconds. Sorry about that, guys. It was my concierge. Yeah, so going back to what you said before, I would follow what Teatro LA and Babes in Toyland Charity does more than I would follow what Maxim does. But occasionally the two will intersect, and those are going to be the best parties of all time. So last year's Maxim Carnival in Vegas, that was the best party of the year because it was Barry Bly throwing a Maxim party. So that was 10 out of 10. If you guys want to see what that looked like, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Chaloff.
And while you're pulling that up, just to rewind, you think just supplying girls will be enough for the EDM concert I'm going to, or should I target some other value or think about some other things?
Bringing girls should work. You could show them the girls that you're going to bring. That could help. Yeah, I mean that would help. But like the other thing is, I would try to it's a million times better if you have a face-to-face interaction with those people.
Yeah,
this was okay. This was when Barry and I threw a Maxim party. This is what it looked like. When you go to the Halloween party, you will notice an insane difference between the level of quality as far as the lighting, the cameras, the girls, everything. Because the thing about me and Barry, we only care about the girls. We do not care about making money. We only care about the girls. We throw parties so that girls come to parties. That's all we care about. So our parties are always better parties. The other people, all they care about is money. So you're going to see like 75% of the people in there are dudes. And that's when it becomes a problem because they're trying to sell out tables. Dudes pay to go to parties. Girls don't. And so they want more guys than girls. I just want to show you. That's what the Maxim party looked like last year.
So as a plan B, plan C type of mentality, if it's not Teatro or someone that
then here's your plan B. You're going to contact Sam Rima, and you need to send him each girl's IG.
Okay,
make sure they get on the list.
Yeah, and then maybe as a plan C, start targeting guys to buy a table with the girls. You could do that, yeah. If two guys split a table, you can get the girls in, no problem. Yeah, that's not a problem. Okay. That's a great plan. That's not a terrible plan at all. That's a great plan. Yeah, it's stark difference. If Barry Bly throws the Maxim party, 10 out of 10. If anyone else throws the Maxim party, 2 out of 10. I mean, it was, bro. Girls were crying. It was so bad. It was such a bad party. All right. I know someone's gonna clip this and send it to what's his face, and I'm gonna get in trouble. I honestly don't care. Like, it doesn't matter to me. He's like, it doesn't make any difference. If you see that Steve Fowler or Barry Bly or Anthony DeRico or myself are involved with the party, that means it's all girls. Yeah. All we care about are bringing girls. If you see anyone else throwing a party, it's probably just to make money. That's cool. Okay, I'm connected with Sam Remo on Instagram, so I can DM him as a backup too. So
Sam works with these other companies, but I trust Sam.
Yeah.
And Sam is always 14 girls to one guy. He understands that ratio. So Sam's not a problem.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it blows my mind how like people don't understand that the best parties are
Bro, not only that, the dude who throws the party doesn't even show up to the party. He just gets a paycheck. He doesn't show up.
Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
There really should be like there should be an audition process to throw the Maxim party.
Yeah.
There really should.
I agree.
There should be a competition. They legitimately should have two promoters and say, which girls did you bring? Which girls did you bring? And then at the end, the one who does better gets the license for the Maxim party to uphold the standard of Maxim. That's the way it should work, but it doesn't. It's just whoever has $60,000 gets to host the party.
Damn. All right. Cool. Word.
Cool. Let's go to Brian Pena. Brian, what's your question?
How you doing, Michael?
What's going on?
The first thing I would like to say to you is thank you for your service, because my friend is in the Air Force right now. He works on F-15s in Jersey.
Okay.
And I just
is that Edwards F-15s in Jersey? Is he at a guard base?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. No, I'm sorry, not Edwards. I'm sorry, Andrews. I meant to say Andrews. Andrews is in Virginia, I think. I don't know which one's in Jersey. That sounds like a Air National Guard base in Jersey, maybe.
Oh wait, no, it is in Virginia.
Yeah, McGuire Dix. Yeah, McGuire Dix. There you go, Brett. That's probably right. McGuire there's KC 10s at McGuire, I think. Okay. Anyway, go ahead.
So I was just gonna ask, like, could you give him advice, like for going into it? It's his first year, and I just really, you've had the experience and everything, so I was wondering if you could give him advice.
He's enlisted or he's a civilian working on 15s?
He's working I don't know what's the difference.
Yeah, that's a huge difference. If he's enlisted, he can't leave his job. He's enlisted. He's not going to get paid very much. And he's a member of the US military. If he's a civilian working on 15s, he's going to make a lot of money, but he can quit his job. But he's a civilian. He doesn't deploy to the Middle East unless the Qatari or Emirati government pay him for F-15 maintenance out in the desert, in which case he's making $300,000 a year.
All right. Okay.
That's what you probably should have him come on the call and ask the question, and I can tell you, but it's completely different answer if he's a civilian or if he's enlisted. If he's good enough as a civilian to work on 15s, your buddy has a fucking career path. Like I wouldn't leave that job for anything. That's a really good career. If I were him, I would, like, if you're paying me $300,000 a year and I'm in my 20s and I get to do F-15 maintenance and I get to live in like Qatar or fucking Kuwait, I would take that job in 2 seconds. Just stack up cash for like 4 or 5 years in Kuwait, making $300,000 a year, paying paying hardly any federal income taxes. Are you kidding me? I would do that job in 2 seconds in my 20s, and I get to work on F-15s. That means you can come back to the States and pick any guard unit that has 15s and just live there. That's brilliant. You could probably switch to 16s and go over here to Nellis Air Force Base, live in Vegas, and make a couple $100,000 a year. That's a great gig. If he's a civilian, if he's enlisted, then what he probably needs to do is work on his skill set so that he could get hired as a civilian.
Okay. The other question that I have is, I joined the MOA about 4 days ago, so I'm just starting. I'm already trying to fix my fucking Instagram.
Love it
and everything. But for advice for the going forward, like what should I do and what should I do starting now?
Beautiful, Brian. I want you to watch those first videos.
I watched
how to use this course.
I watched the 2-hour Zoom. I also watched I forgot his name. It was the Instagram. He kept saying a lot. I forgot his name.
I don't know. What I need you to do in the beginning of the course is go through one that says welcome and how to use this course.
Okay.
I need you to listen to me, Brian. It's very important because I'm very happy you joined MOA. There is no shortcut in MOA. MOA is the shortcut.
Yes.
Okay. So the answer is to do all of the modules in order. That's the answer to get through it the quickest. Listen to them at double speed and take notes if you need. If you only want to go through, like, say, the first hour of the Q&As and not do the whole 3-hour Q&As, I'm fine with that. as long as you get through the entire course. Okay. Take notes on the entire course. And at the end of MOA Advanced, there's like 6 things I want you to do. One of them was to like lead a section of the course. And then the other thing I would tell you is I'm highly going to recommend this because it's not super expensive. Join the mastermind. Once you're through with your initial 6 months or a year, join the mastermind.
Okay. Mastermind.
Okay. Brian, what city are you in?
New York.
New York. Connect with the other 25 guys in New York that are in Men of Action.
Yeah, I've already I've texted a couple of guys already.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to speak with them and everything.
I love it.
The last thing was you speak with John Zerka.
Yeah, all the time. I talked to him 2 days ago.
I would like to get in the ring with him, honestly.
You want to fight John?
Yeah, I would love. I don't
know if John wants to fight. Like the thing about John is he's really nice off camera. Like he's really fucking nice. He's maybe 6'5", 230. You can tell, like he admits it. He abused steroids a lot. He's not that big anymore, but he's really tall. He's wide. Like he looks like he has the skeleton of an NFL defensive end. Like super wide shoulders. But I think the steroid abuse for him is probably going to be a no-go as far as him fighting.
Okay.
Unless he gets back on the fucking roids, which to be fair, I don't know that the guys that like the fucking the Tommy Furies and the KSIs and the Logan Pauls and the Jake Pauls, I don't know that they're not on steroids. I'd tell you this, if these are exhibition fights and no one's testing me for $20 million, what would you take for $20 million, dude? For 20, if I was doing a celebrity fight and no one was testing me, I'd be doing 65 mgs of fucking Anavar a day. Trembolo. Are you kidding me? I'd be out there. I'd be taking a fucking albuterol inhaler. I'd be Superman. I just for 1 week. Just for 1 week, I would do that. Are you for $20 million? Now, if it was just me fighting like for fun, then I wouldn't care. But if for $20 million, are you out of your mind?
Another thing is like, is there a lot of people in the MOA that do like, like MMA or like boxing?
There are a lot. There are actually a lot. It's not something we focus on really in the program. I taught Aikido Jiu-Jitsu for about 8 years. And I taught Taekwondo for maybe 12. And then I took Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on and off for about 5 or 6 years when I was in the military. Hapkido, I took Judo. And then I took kickboxing. I took kickboxing for about 2 years. It was just one of these things where I just kept ending up with broken cartilage in my ribs and I just couldn't fly. So I'm in the military and I would tear this cartilage and the inflammation, you guys know when you go to altitude, the inflammation, my ribs would swell up. Well, it became like an actual hazard for me to get off the airplane if there was a fire or something. And I just had to stop. So I really haven't got back. And so I play basketball and I stretch. I do some yoga. I'm 45 years old. Like, I can fight. I don't give a fuck. If you want to fight, we can fight. But I don't take. I
would love to fight you, honestly.
Okay, well, we can do that. We can. Yeah, maybe we can work something out. I'm old. I gotta be honest with you. I can just hit really fucking hard. Maybe the first 30 seconds, the first round. If you can make it through that, you'll be good.
All right. You say you play.
You know those boxing machines. Every time I break the record, every one of those things I break the record. There's not a single one. I go in there and I try to pound that shit. All right, here we go.
Wait. So you play a lot of basketball, you said, right?
Yeah, I play every day.
So I'm 6'7". I played college basketball.
Okay, nice. Bro, if I were you, I would go try out for slam ball.
Slam ball.
If I were you, I would go try out for slam ball.
What's slam ball?
God, how do you guys not know about slam ball, bro? So slam ball is my favorite sport. It's I'm taking a bunch of girls to it in for the playoffs. It's here in Las Vegas. Here, I'll show you. You see my screen?
Yeah, I do.
Don't know what just happened to my screen there. Let's try this again. You see this?
Oh.
It's 4-on-4, full contact, no fouls. And they're wearing a helmets.
Oh, that's crazy. Actually, that's how it's fucking.
This is the most entertaining sport I have. Guys, I'm not kidding you. I've been watching football for 40 years. This is the most entertaining sport I have ever seen in my life. It's full contact, 20-mile-an-hour collisions over the basket. Do you see this shit? This is dude, do you see that one right there? You see how crazy that shit is? Look at that. Look at that block. Look at him talking shit. You see that? Yeah, this is the coolest sport I've ever played. This is the coolest sport I've ever seen. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. You can also hit guys when they're dribbling. You can just pop them hard as you can.
Do people shoot threes?
Huh?
People shoot threes in there?
Yeah, it's 4 points for a three.
Oh, really?
Because of the trampolines, it spreads out the 3-point line. 3-point line's 26 feet. So you get 4 points for three.
Okay. All right. Thank you for talking to me, Michael.
Hey, Brian, dude, I'm excited you joined MOA. I'm going to see you on the call tomorrow.
Yeah, I will. All right.
Okay. See you on the call tomorrow. Hopefully, when you're done with your first your introductory part of the course, I'll see you on the calls on Thursday. Those are where we get into some deep stuff on Thursday. Okay.
All right.
Happy to have you. Also, man, hope you come to Immersion. You can play on my team when we play basketball.
Definitely do that.
Sound good. Okay, Brett, what's your question, Brett? Brett Quigley.
Hey, Mike. Hey, Mike. Yeah, I'm calling from Philly. Thanks again for taking my question. I was wondering what your approach is to general admission public events. If there's someone's advertising, the other day here, there's a Latin night on the river. It's like $20. Come in. Do you guys even bother with those type of events at all, or what would be your approach where it's not exclusive? There's no VIP tables or that sort of thing.
Those are for a certain group of girls. Those are way more fun than nightclubs. There's a group of girls Kylie's from Arkansas and then she lives in Houston. She prefers bars where they play live music to nightclubs. So a lot of her friends will go to a bar and there's no VIP, no nothing. And you'll sit at a bar that has dollar beers and they serve pizza. And the girls love that shit. The thing is, so Brett, there's no down, dude, Mas Por Favor here in Vegas is a great place to take a group of girls. For me, I take girls to Slam Ball because the VP of Slam Ball, he gives us VIP seats and the girls get all you can drink and they love watching it. So it's a great time. So there's no downside to it. The reason why we talk about nightclubs so much in this program is because they're harder. Do you understand? It's almost like we're having two discussions. You're having a discussion about bench pressing 150 pounds, and I'm having a discussion about bench pressing 500 pounds. If I get a guy to bench press 500 pounds, when we put 150 on the bar, is he going to have any trouble? No. If you're at a point where you can bring 20 or 30 girls to a nightclub, are you going to have any trouble getting girls to go with you to some, like the Griffin on Fremont Street in Vegas? No. Jammy Land in fucking, in the Arts District in Vegas, you're going to have trouble with that? Of course not. No, it's going to be a joke. You can get.
But wouldn't that be less exciting for them to go to then?
No,
like, I don't want to go there.
Because you wouldn't do 50. What you would do is you'd have girls and be like, hey, you guys want to go to this dive bar? And you're going to find what you might want to do. No one's done this yet, but I don't think it's a bad idea, is find a dive bar group of girls, a fitness model group of girls who do photo shoots and don't go to clubs, and then a club group of girls, and make 3 different lists on Google Sheets. I would not have a problem with that. I think it's a great idea. The problem that you're going to see is that the fitness group of girls, when their boyfriend cheats on them, they're going to become the nightclub group of girls. You guys see that? The nightclub group of girls, when they hitch up and get a boyfriend, they're going to go back to being the fitness group of girls. So that's the reason they're going to switch back and forward.
Oh, that's funny. Okay. So you would just you would like brand the invite or whatever into more of a casual type event for just certain non-exclusive things.
Yes.
And would you worth it hitting up trying to find like the organizers for something like that when it's just like a cheaper ticketed event? Do you guys have an approach where you try to partner with?
I mean, do you have to pay? You have to pay to go to these bars?
Yeah, if it's like a theme night, like I said, there's this old boat here on the river it's kind of a classy, like it was really nice boat on the river, and they have events on the weekends sometimes. It'll be just like $20 ticket to get like a cover, almost like a cover charge. It's just a ticket they can get ahead of time, and I was thinking, like, should I be approaching this event in some way? Should I be trying to meet with the organizers or something, or just invite
yes, people? I would do both. I would try. So like, for instance, Slam Ball, it's $15 a ticket.
Yeah.
I would pay $150 for me and 9 of my friends to go.
Okay.
I would pay. The fact that they give me free tickets is like nothing, but I just love them so much. And I keep posting their shit on social media that they keep asking me to come back and bring more girls because it just makes the whole scene look better. I don't have to do that, but it's good practice. Like, I wanted to practice with you guys and just show you. It's like, I love Slam Ball. Slam Ball was there. So I sent them a bit. I sent them some things. I was like, hey guys, I'm a big fan of Slam Ball. Last 20 years, I host all the bikini competitions in the city. How can I help you guys? I'll bring influencers, anyone you want. They write me back. They give me Taylor Mounts. He's a vice president. I gave him his number. Me and Taylor start exchanging numbers. And now I show up with as many people as I want to every game. What is that? What did I just do? I did MOA.
Yeah.
I did MOA while teaching MOA. I just did MOA. I used my social media, contacted them, gave them a cool offer. Then we have a relationship. Now, here's the crazy thing. Do you know who else? This dude's friends with like a bunch of NBA players who watch slam ball. Do you guys know who's a huge fan of slam ball? Huge fan of slam ball is fucking Patrick Mahomes. Look at his IG. He talks about slam ball like that. So that's cool. So now I'm good. Maybe there's a way to connect at some point. Maybe some NFL players or some come to the fucking finals in Vegas. Who knows?
Okay, that's cool. That makes sense. Yeah, I'm trying to shift my mindset into thinking like, yeah, how can I, work with the organizers, make connections, but then also you would buy tickets for girls then sometimes too.
If
through an event,
I would. So for instance, after the bikini competition, I go to Kaizen, okay, and I'm going to pay for like me and my girl. That's usually it, or maybe one other girl if she likes a girl. That's usually it. I'm not going to go every week to Kaizen and be like, hey guys, I'm going to bring some girls and then shop it around to see which place I can bring girls so I can get free food. That is not the point of comps. Guys, the point of comps is for you to get good at bringing people to events, not for you to get free food. Some of you guys are like literally using comps to save money. That is not the point of comps. It's crazy to me. It's like you guys are building a lifestyle around comps. I've had several guys do this. Like, Michael, I'm using comps. I'm trying to survive. I'm starving. How do I get these girls to show up so I can get free food? Bro, you have completely missed the boat. That is not the point of comps. Now, for my birthday, the dinner was $3,800, and they waived the whole thing because I brought 22 girls to Zook, and the same thing's going to happen at Hakkasan. It'll my birthday this year at Hakkasan.
Okay, that's cool. Thank you.
All right, brother, love it. Javante Robinson, what's your question?
Yo, what's up? MOA gang, Michael, how's it going?
What's going on, man? Are you an MOA?
Yeah, I just joined Friday.
I love it. Awesome, man. I'm excited to see you on the
sir.
call tomorrow.
Yeah, super amped to be in. Just really wanted to come in and say what's up to everybody. Don't really have a question.
Well, welcome to Fight Club.
Yeah, appreciate it, man.
Right?
Yes, sir.
Let's start making money and stop listening to these hoes. I'm sorry.
Yes,
Did I say
sir.
that out loud? I'm sorry. We're on YouTube. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that out loud. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to say that out loud.
Yes, sir.
Sorry. What?
Just
You want more of that? Come on the
appreciate
Tuesday
it.
call. Wink, wink. We can say whatever on the Tuesday call. All right, man. Good to talk to you. I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
Let's go to Ram. Ram, what's your question?
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
Hey, it's a kind of a business thing, touching on what you mentioned very early on in the call. I'm starting a tech startup, another one, and the core question is, how do you market without using the current woke tools? Meaning, no Instagram, no YouTube, because the product I'm doing is very anti that. I can
tell me, Ram. Let's go. What is it?
Can I DM it to you, or do we want me to say
just talk about it here? Just can you use different words if you're worried about YouTube? Just as long as it doesn't hurt my
that's
YouTube,
not
I don't
the
care.
issue. It's
like you aren't literally doing like pro-Nazi shit. I'm not worried.
No. Okay, think ad block, but it's woke block. That's what I'm doing.
What?
But it's woke block. But think like ad block.
Yeah, you just do it. You can talk about that on YouTube.
No, that's what it is. That is the product. It's an ad blocker.
Bro, you could
hold
on. You could do woke block right now on Instagram. They're not going to block you.
Really?
Yeah, no, they're not going to you got to stop believing this narrative. So the way it works is this. They don't know shit. Like, yes, do they in general have a more liberal, progressive narrative than positive? Yes. Are there certain rules that are hard and fast, like misgendering people? Yes, there's a few of them that are like that. But if you sit there and you say stuff that nobody reports you for, you're not going to get suspended. Does that make sense? Now, if you get big, if you start getting like 50 million people following you on IG, and then you specifically start targeting like certain people's woke stuff, then yes, they probably will come after you. But at that time, you'll have a Rumble, you'll have a Twitter, you'll have everything. The answer to your question is to use everything.
Okay. And then just figure out what happens as
things go along. Woke block is not going to get you banned. Okay. I promise you it won't.
Yeah, so it's an AI machine learning thing. Then that's
bro, you're going to be a billionaire.
No,
that is the greatest idea I've ever heard of. Woke block, using AI to block woke shit. I like arguing with woke people, so I wouldn't buy it, but that is a great idea.
No, it's more for like parents and like, business models like parents.
Incredible. Yeah. Oh my God. So that's fucking amazing. Yes, totally.
Yeah, so we have prototypes. We've got MVPs out. We're still iterating.
Yeah, I can see some guys in the chat right in the watching right now. They're like, I might want to get that for my kids.
Yeah, that's why I didn't want to talk about it, but it's fine. Whatever.
Okay. Now, just as long as can you block both sides? Because I don't want my kids looking at flat earth shit either.
Oh yeah, I mean it'll be like I'll have
there's some alt-right.
There's a whole there's a whole like roadmap of content I'd like to block. Like I'm a science person, so like there's a whole.
Yeah, I mean it was like, oh really, you're poor and it was the Hebrews' fault, like that kind of stuff. I don't need my kids
overly racist shit, woke, like the dumb shit, flat earthers.
So if it's woke block, that's fine, but alt-right shit, I don't want that either.
Yeah,
I want all sorts of like moderate conservative values. I'm totally fine with that.
Yeah, that's the idea. So that's what.
Yeah, look at the guys who are like, put this product out now.
Yeah, that's the idea. So. Yeah, no, we're training, we're building our data sets and training them stuff right now. So that's
great idea.
MVP.
Ram, are you an MOA?
I am not.
Okay. I'll tell you a couple things. Right now, I would go on every platform and run ads for your woke block. I love this idea. Okay. You might have a little trouble with your ads, but you won't. I don't think you'll get banned. I don't think you'll banned. Right. I would use the word progressive. It's like, are you afraid of like extremely progressive ideology getting to your children? Check out woke block. I would try that on Facebook and see if it worked.
Okay.
Facebook ad manager. If you can get away with it, I would run it there. I think you'll be a billionaire.
Okay. I mean, like it'll be a month or two before we actually start advertising.
Okay. If MVP you do join MOA, then I'm going to take it a couple steps further, and I'm actually going to start like referring you to other people who can do some social media stuff for you.
Awesome. So I guess we'll be in touch in a few months or
all right,
6 weeks or whatever.
I love it, brother.
Thanks.
Love your idea. Great idea. Let's go to Michael Makiro.
Yo, is that working?
Yep, sure is.
Cool. Yeah, nice to talk to you, Michael. I've been a fan of your content for a while now, actually, but I never really took the time to sort of dive into the weeds of really how to capitalize on the content that you're creating. So I'm just in terms of what I'm doing right now, I work online. I'm traveling around a lot this year. And to a lot of like really, really good locations. And and a problem I keep having is that there's just no one who can take a good picture of me in any of these places. So like the first thing that I really want to work on this year is really getting my Instagram pretty good. And then when I move to a new city early next year in Europe, I want to start laying the foundations for doing some events, something I've got no experience in, never done before. But just keen to hear about, the initial steps I could take to facilitate all that.
Okay, one more time. What's the question?
So I guess it's like two parts. So this year I'm going to be traveling around a lot, and I want to create some really, really good content for my Instagram.
Okay.
To use that as a base for when I move to a new city next year, and then start getting into creating events.
Okay, so are you in the program?
I'm not. I just signed up to your friend Corey Chars.
Beautiful. Corey's actually coming to my bikini competition on the 25th. He does the video for us. Cool. And he'll be there on the 24th for Babies in Toilet. So what I would tell you is do the free course that we have inside of school. And it's got a bunch of Instagram profiles that you can go through. Now, Corey and I do disagree on one thing. I like using lots of women in my IG. He doesn't. That's up to you, what you want. For me, I use women for marketing and I use women to introduce me to more women. So it's up to you, however you want to do that.
I don't really have a strong preference on that. It's just whatever seems to be empirically more effective. I mean,
it's empirically more effective for what you want.
Huh?
If you're just trying to grow a business, then maybe not all the girls, or if you work in some kind of community where the people would look down on it. If you're like me and you live in Vegas and you just like really want 50 or 60 girls to come to your bikini competition, you need to post with lots of girls.
Well, that's the thing. I'm self-employed. I've got an e-commerce store, so I don't really care what anyone thinks about me in terms of what I'm posting on Instagram. I already post. I would
look at the IG testimonials we have, and then I would also discuss it with Corey, and then just kind of figure out what you want. You can always add it later. And by the way, it's never the majority of your content is you with girls. It's going to be lifestyle photos like what Corey does, and then you mix in a couple of photos with you with girls.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hold on. You have the question you asked about you couldn't find people to take good photos of you. You need to learn to take good photos of other people and then show them the photo. then
Gotcha.
they can help you take good photos of you.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a good point. And what you mentioned before was so with the Men of Action program, is that like multi-lag? Because it is something I'm looking to join.
Yeah.
Are there different levels to that, or
yeah? So
like,
so you would join, and there's if you want to contact one of the sales, if one of the sales guys is in the chat right now, you guys could contact this guy. If you want to look up Tristan Darshan and ask him, he can set the whole thing up with you. But what I was going to tell you is, yes, yeah. If you want to DM him on Instagram, hold on. What's his? No, his.
I'll just write that down. Tristan.
Here, come here. Look at the IG. Michael J. McCarroll. So Tristan's going to message you if you want to do that. So there's different packages, and the main difference in the packages is how much access you get to me, unlimited or like one call a month. And then the packages give you access to the course, which is 114 modules, and you get to go through the course additionally. And then there's also the one-on-one calls, and then you also have the Tuesday calls, the Sunday calls, and the Thursday calls.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I'll follow up with that message in. But yeah, it's something that I want to get into a lot more. Like I've got some legacy background in the with the RSD type stuff and all that.
For sure, yeah.
That served me well for a period of time.
For sure.
Now that I've got a interesting lifestyle and a few more resources, like really optimizing my social media to, show off that life, I think would be a really good start. I just feel like I haven't really done it, cracked it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's there's a lot of possibilities for what you can do. Yeah, so
cool.
make sure you go through the free course, and that's going to answer a lot of questions.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Talk to you soon. Let's go to Justin. Justin, what's your question?
Hey, Michael. So pretty soon I'm looking to upgrade my phone because right now I can't shoot in RAW. So my question is, should I go for the iPhone 14 Pro right now, or should I wait for the 15 that I suspect might actually be released in September? I know that you had mentioned that actually in the MOA calls, the recorded calls, that sometimes the Lumi cases could be back ordered for months. So, just because of opportunity cost, should I go for the 14 right now or wait?
Yeah, the 14 has such a good light on it. I don't use a Lumi case anymore. I guess I never told you guys that. I don't need a Lumi case anymore.
Okay.
The front side light is okay, is better, but it's not good enough. The clip-on ring light, the one that Luke Chase has, is better.
Okay.
If you seriously want to make this a thing where you have like a gaggle of 15 girls following you around in a nightclub, then get that clip-on light.
Okay,
100%.
great. Yeah, I'll do a search for it. And also, as far as phone storage, you had recommended doing like 60 videos per night, like when you go out to post for stories. Yeah, so how much storage should I be looking at?
It's not. I use 256. You can do 512.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect. Appreciate it, Michael.
No problem, man. Toya, and what's your question?
Yeah, I am doing I have my photo shoot on Saturday, and I mean, how would you like a lot of the girls will not give me their phone number. So at what point should you ask for a phone number, or do you just not ask for one at all?
Are you asked for their number and they didn't give it to you?
Yeah, after they said, yeah, I'm coming, I want to go. And I ask them for their number and they just don't respond.
So first off, I never told you to ask for their number. So if you're doing that, that's on you. I wouldn't do it. I'm totally fine with Instagram being my primary source of communication. After Instagram, I'm cool with WhatsApp, Telegram, or Facebook Messenger. I don't need phone numbers. The problem with phone numbers is that your face doesn't pop up and she doesn't know who you are. I'm not a big fan of using regular phone numbers anymore. I know this is really, really fucking antithetical to what a lot of like old school pickup artists believe, where they're switching out SIM cards so that girls can't block them. That's how fucking weird they are. I'm serious, guys. I'll show you videos where guys are doing this. They have like 10 SIM cards. Okay. No, I only use IG. If you're having a problem where they don't want to give you their phone number, first of all, you shouldn't be asking for it. And second of all, if you're having a problem, then there's something else going on with you, Toyin, that's scaring them off. That's coming off as uncalibrated. A little too eager, maybe.
Toyin,
Okay.
just use IG, and then the day of the event, just say, feel free to call or text me when you arrive and give your number. And then if they want to text you, they will.
If they want to text you, they will.
So, and you all, okay, thank you. And you also said that you can get like 300 girls to show up to an event in like 45 minutes. So
No, I never said I've done that before, but the event has to be incredible. So for me to get 300 girls to show up to an event, it would have to be at Bulzarian's house, only like no flyer, only girls allowed. And I'd have to have an what's it called? A VA do a mass text of like 4,000 girls. It would take longer than 45 minutes. I'll tell you that right now. It'd probably take, 4 or 5 hours. And then once the mass text is done, then I'd have to do the responses, put it in a Google sheet, and then send it to Bulzarian's approval list. And then Bulzarian will approve the girls he likes and disapprove the girls he doesn't like, or he'll have someone do it. Then I could get 300 girls to show up. But it's not 45 minutes. The only time you get 300 girls to show up 45 minutes would be like if you're Babes in Toyland and you're going to throw like an animal rescue charity. Then you can get 300 girls to show up in 45 minutes.
Okay, so first is Instagram. That's your primary contact method, and then secondary, it's Telegram or WhatsApp.
Telegram or WhatsApp or IG Messenger or Facebook Messenger.
So you add the girls on Facebook too, or no?
A lot of girls have Facebook still. Yeah.
But you don't add. But you don't add them as a friend. You add them as a friend every time.
You don't have to add them as a friend to talk to them on Facebook, but you can.
Okay. And also, a lot of the girls have been asking me, because it keeps on happening. Is there a group chat for the photo shoot? So
yeah, if you want to. So that's a new thing. That was something that I was debating before, but it seems like really common. Like every photo shoot is now having a group chat. So I would do a group chat, but I would do it either on. It's really funny because this is kind of a fucked up thing, and I'm getting in trouble for even explaining this to you. But if you do a group chat on WhatsApp and then you just give them an invite link to the group chat, when they join the group chat, you're going to have their phone number. You'll just have their number. You can literally click on their account and then say add it to your phone, and you'll have your number saved in your phone.
Oh, okay. No, that's a good idea.
I don't think it's a good idea. I want girls that want to give me their phone number. I don't want to steal. I don't want to steal their phone number.
I mean, but you just invite them to the group chat.
Yes. Yeah. So you can send an invite link on Telegram or on you can do it with an RF code or just a regular link on Telegram or on WhatsApp. Once they join it on Telegram, you're not going to have their phone number. You can hide your phone number. On WhatsApp, I think you have to show your phone number. I think.
Okay, great. And then so as far as the photo shoot itself, should I make
John had another great example. Just you can make a group chat in IG.
Okay. Would you do that?
Sure. Why not?
Okay, awesome. And also as far as the photo shoot goes, like on the day of, should I make any announcements like in the beginning? Like
I do sometimes. I make announcements. That is something I do just to make sure everyone's on the same page and just to let everyone know, hey, there is a leader who's taking care of things.
Is a what?
There's a leader who's taking care of things.
Right. Yeah, because I did want to make, not a whole lot, but just a few announcements. Yeah. And then I also want to connect with certain influential people here in DC that I think would be very valuable as far as like being able to get access to certain events. Now, would you invite them to the photo shoots continuously?
Yeah, I do. I like when I have a cool event, I invite really high status people to those events. Like the biggest lawyer in Vegas, I'm inviting him to be a judge at the bikini competition. I do. This is me. I invite them all to. I'm inviting Wes Watson and Mike Rashid to come to Babes in Toyland.
Because I would like for my girls to like have the opportunity to walk in fashion shows. So there's like an executive director of DC Fashion Week, and I want to invite him to the photo shoot. And so how, like, would you just invite him after they?
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, I would probably show him some irrefutable visual evidence also.
Okay. Okay. And last question. At what point would you start to like, so I'm doing the photo shoots, but like at what point do you invite girls to the more social things like the Taco Tuesdays and the park or basketball? Like, would you like have those big container
I would
events?
need to meet them in person, or I would need to have one of their close friends already coming.
Okay. Okay.
Or if it's it's a girl who consistently messages me, then I would invite her. But if it's not, then I would either need to have met them in person, or they're a friend of a friend. They're like kind of part of the group.
Right, right. And now you also said, this last question, you also said that you're at a point now where like your girls are inviting their friends. So are you
yes,
doing
always. If you guys are having consistent events and girls are not inviting other girls to your events, you're doing something wrong.
But those girls, they know your requirements as far as your type and what they need to look like, right?
To go to the park to play basketball, you have a type?
I mean,
no, I don't care. I do not care. When it comes to modeling shoots, yes, I might. When it comes to Maxim party, yes. If I have a bunch of female friends, like if I bring 7 girls to slam ball and one of them brings a friend and she's not attractive, I'm not going to say, ew, no, you guys know. I don't do that. I don't.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the thing, guys, you guys are still not understanding what I mean by they're your friends. You're just hearing they're a crowbar that you use to open up other women. That's all you're hearing. They're actually my friends.
Okay. So the photo shoots and the parties, you have a strict requirement for how they look, but for social things like basketball,
I don't, dude. If girls bring, like, I have a friend of mine. She comes over to my place all the time. She brings her 40-year-old girlfriend over. I don't care. She's funny. The girl's hilarious. She thinks she's a witch. It's hilarious. Have fun.
Okay. Well, that was it. And thank you so much, Mike. I appreciate.
No problem. Jose, what's your question?
Hey, Mike. I've been in the MOA for about a month. Love everything. I've always kind of intuitively knew all this stuff, especially being in the military. I was enlistment. I talked to you about it a little bit. And you know how it is in the military. You got that one hot chick, or even like a 5 rating chick, and she comes in, and all the fucking dudes are around her. So like I kind of use this strategy too for my own business as well. But I want to like get someone.
What do you mean? What part of the strategy you use for your business? You talking about desert queens?
Like using girls to get what you want, using girls to refer other girls to you, those type of things, and getting into certain things, using girls to have access to clubs and stuff like that. But I've never done it more than one person. I've always kept all my female friends separate, and now what I've done now, I finished up today, is getting the 100 girls that on the list on the CRM, right? So I'm not sure if you can share this with you. So my question is, one is, now that I got all these girls, how do I transition from the friends and bringing them out to hang out first? Maybe like the 2 or 3 to bring them all out at the same time.
You have an event. It's all about the offer. What's the offer?
Okay. So let's say to go a rookie level invite to play basketball, for example.
No, that's a terrible offer.
Okay.
So what?
I don't have an offer. I'm just now.
I mean,
trying to.
You gotta have an offer, dude. You think
Okay.
girls just like want to hang out with you because you're cool?
Maybe.
And if you are really cool, or you have an amazing apartment.
Yeah.
Let's say you have like an amazing apartment that people can go to.
Yeah.
So like, I mean, I want you to consider, right? You want to invite girls.
Okay.
And you want them to come over. What's the offer? There has to be an offer, dude. What is it?
Okay. So like, say a photo
What's
shoot.
the offer? What is it going to get their attention to come over?
Okay. Yeah, I haven't thought about that yet.
Yeah, why would they fucking hang out with you?
Right. True. Okay.
For me, it's tequila, candles, cats. We'll have like a Harry Potter marathon. We'll play Never Have I Ever. What do you mean? We'll play Do or Drink. We'll play Cards Against Humanity. I'll order food. We'll have cookies delivered from Crumble Cookies. That's my offer.
Okay.
Got it?
Yep, got it.
What's your offer, bro? It's got to be an offer. You got like it's funny. Read the $100 million offer by Alex Hormozy and then just transmute that to girls.
Okay. Yeah, I've read that book already, so I got it.
I love it. Eric Tang, what's your question?
Hey, Michael. So I actually wanted to ask about specifically nightlife. This would be like getting on stage and inviting people on stage to nightclubs. How would you kind of go about that process, and how would you kind of like network yourself into that position where you can like consistently do it?
Yeah, I mean, number one, it's industry nights. And number two, it's making friends with those people. So if I have 10 girls and another promoter has 10 girls, because I'm friends with Jack Womack, Ron Nicoli, David Haddon, and whoever, Chris Trillo, they're more likely to just let me bring my 10 girls and give me a better comp because they know who I am.
Yeah, are these people like the managers that you kind of network with at these clubs?
Anyone who can give you a comp. So that's
I can't get a comp because I'm in New York.
What city?
Which is the problem? New York City.
There's a ton of guys who get comps. Call them, stop what you're doing, get off the call, and just hit up Matt Basilico. He gets comps every week in New York City.
Yeah, I actually do talk with Matt. It's just because he's a promoter, obviously. But
no, it's not because he's a promoter, it's because he has girls.
Okay.
Eric, you think he's getting comps because he has a promoter? If I had 10 girls, I get a comp. I'm not a promoter. He's
Eric, how big is your list right now?
Professor at Harvard.
Eric, how big is your list of like girls you have right now that you can invite someplace? Like you've been in MOA for like a year. How big is your list now?
For open threads, it's a lot of people. Yeah.
How big is your list?
Yeah.
Like the cold DM list, it's over 2,000.
Okay.
But like there's this other issue. Even though I obviously have access to tables for free, it's still hard to even like get girls out to these nightclubs. Like the response rate is like very low.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's not. First of all, Eric, let me say, what do you do for a living?
I'm a student right now.
Where? Columbia?
In New York. No, not in Columbia. Bruce.
Okay. You're already a pretty big disadvantage because you're a young guy in a city full of status, trying to get girls to come to nightclubs that they probably don't want to go to anyway. Because I'm not a huge fan of the night. Huh?
No, it's something I've noticed. Like there seems to be like this massive like status issue here, where it's like, in order to get like the really attractive women out here, you need like a massive value offer. You can't even, of course, like they don't give a shit about the clubs, I had some access to like Soho House. That was probably like the highest status thing I could like really offer. But even then, that is like really expensive because when you bring multiple girls out to Soho House, you obviously have to pay.
Eric, when you're out with girls, how often are you getting content and showing that you're with other girls? Because like you say you're at clubs, but I'm not seeing videos or stories on Instagram like every night. Like for me, I'm out 3 nights a week, but it looks like I'm out 7 nights a week because of the content I post on my Instagram. How often are you showing evidence?
Yeah, no, you're right. The content is everything. I do get some content, but it's definitely not enough.
Get more. Get the clip on. You have the ring light.
Bro, what is your offer? Like, why would I trust you if I'm a girl?
You can't. Like, I'm pretty much indistinguishable from like another promoter who just like sends her an invite, which is the issue,
Dude, I go out in New York and I can get girls to go out with me. Why do they trust me? Luke just told you.
Instagram,
Luke just told you.
Yeah.
Huh?
Your content.
Okay, so that's the answer.
Bro, bring the ring light out. Go up to random girls that you see and video them. That's it.
Yeah.
Get their Instagram, get open threads, and keep doing it every single night. Just be brave and go up to them. Trust me.
Yeah. Okay. Understood.
Eric, try bars that are not so exclusive. And then just keep inviting. Like I would maybe switch over to maybe house parties, charity events, or photo shoots. I'd stay away from the nightclubs for a while. And then as soon as you graduate, get the fuck out of New York.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Okay.
All right. Understood.
Niv, what's your question?
Hey, Michael. Actually, I'm kind of new here. I don't know about much about MOA or stuff like that. So if you could at least start to explain what it's MOA. I didn't understand if it's getting girls, getting to be a promoter, making business. If you could explain at the start this part.
Yeah, it's so great. Does anybody want to try to take a shot at this? Raise your hand if you guys want to take a shot at this. Anybody? Let's try this. Let's see if this works. Sorry, man. Give me 1 second. I'm having a little trouble with the audio.
Yeah. Like man on a mission.
Just starting, but you never.
It doesn't tell me
Do
exactly.
you want a scalable and systematic method of meeting elite men and amazing women without cold approaching, and you're serious enough to invest in a mentor to help you? If you've been looking for a scalable system to meet elite men and women, and you're serious about committing your money and time to this, click the link to learn more about the Men of Action Mentoring Group. Cold approach is great for guys just starting, but you never really find the girls that make your heart beat faster or the male friendships that create positive growth. That's why I will teach you an automatic and authentic networking system that only the elite men have access to. But the best part is, I won't quit until you build a network with the most outstanding women and high status men you're after. If you're looking for a scalable system to meet elite men and women, click this link to learn more about the Men of Action Group.
Hey guys, I'm Michael Sartain.
My name is Michael Sartain, and I've helped thousands of professional men build high status social circles over the last 20 years.
He does live calls all the time.
I'm 47. I actually have 3 grandkids. You're not too old for this.
What?
We're getting yacht.
Celebrity parties in LA and Las Vegas and Miami.
Basically every weekend we're doing different events. I really crushed.
Other teachers and Michael, there's like, it's just night and day.
Not just theory talk, he actually does it.
I guess I see the journey as like a reality TV show. Like,
I realize it's frustrating going out every weekend with little ROI, and that there's no easy system of meeting the top people in your city. I realize there's a terrifying thought looming around of being stuck with an average life forever. But that's exactly why I decided to share this with you. I will show you a proven step-by-step protocol for how you can meet incredible women that would normally be upset if you were in the same room with them, and use this same protocol to meet the most influential men in your city so that you can live a celebrity lifestyle normally reserved for the rich and famous. People will be approaching you rather than the other way around. If this resonates with you, click the link to learn more about the Men of Action Mentoring Group. Here's the secret that society doesn't.
So that's it. It's basically, that's the advertisement. What it is it's teaching networking as an evolutionary adaptation. So it's leadership, networking, and then using social media in order to grow your status. There's a lot more involved. So there's pillars. The first pillar is high status networking. Then it's entrepreneurship, then it's leadership, then mindset. Then we do social networking, event planning, evolutionary psychology, critical thinking, and winning mindset. Those are the first 10 pillars in Men of Action. There's 114 modules in it. And then also you get one-on-one calls with me, unlimited one-on-one calls with me. And then you get these 3-hour calls on Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday, along with this free call that we do every other Monday. And then all the other stuff that I'm involved with. Does that make sense? Oh, also you get to come to all those events. You saw all the videos with all those girls. Those are events that we throw with Men of Action. Did that answer your question? I guess I lost.
Buddy, you muted. You muted, buddy.
I think Niv, did we lose Niv? Hold on. Niv, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I understand. Actually, my situation right now, like I have too many girls. I'm trying to take take off from all the girls because I have a different girl every day, and I'm trying to focus more on my business.
Okay.
So I would kind of question how to balance between getting girls and having my business, because it's kind of interrupt me right now with all the girls I have. That's kind of my problem.
Well, I mean, what is your business? You have one now?
I have two. I sell like e-commerce. I'm not in the US. I'm a digital nomad. I sell like e-commerce, and I help people to get dental vacation in Latin America. I have foreigners to come over to Latin America and get a dental vacation. I plan the whole trip for them, whole vacation.
I might consider Cole Gordon's Real Closer Academy.
Okay, it's academy for business.
Huh?
It's for business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a 8-figure boardroom and Real Closer Academy.
All right.
Remote Closing Academy. I'm sorry, Remote Closing Academy. I would look at those.
Yeah. So I would like to ask you, like, if I'm already getting girls, I'm like from Tinder, Caller Pro, stuff like that. Why should I start like hosting parties, promote stuff like that? Would you explain
Are these girls that you get, are they on your Instagram? I'm really interested to see.
No, I don't have an Instagram. Like, I don't use it. Like, it's nothing for me.
Wait, one more time. What did you say? Does your Instagram doesn't work for
Like,
you? You just get a bunch of girls, but you don't use Instagram?
I mean, like, I don't. Yeah, I do have a lot of girls, but I don't put it on Instagram. I do put it on WhatsApp story, and when other girls see it, they actually don't like it most of the time.
So you're saying you have so many girls that when you post on your IG story that it makes girls angry because you have too many girls now. Is that correct?
I don't put it on Instagram.
But you don't have anything on your Instagram to show the girls they're really hot, right? Super hot girls that you get.
I don't.
Niv, something's wrong with the Wi-Fi where you are. Hey, Niv, well, let's do this. You want to maybe hit me up when you get a better signal. Let's go ahead to Alejandro. Alejandro, what's your question?
Hi, Michael. How you doing?
What's going on, man?
Grateful. My question is, well, can I share a story? Just kind of where I am in life right now.
Sure.
I got hired at a Twin Peaks restaurant as a bar back. So I worked there for like a month. I noticed something very interesting from the girls. They're like, I guess they're put on pedestals in a way, you know. So I don't know if it was me missing social cues or them missing social cues.
I'm gonna guess it was you.
Yeah, it probably was me. But I tried my best to read it, and I tried my best to be like, hey, like, am I misreading that? Always talking to them. Anyways, besides that, the management was very weird and passive aggressive and annoying. And I was essentially
wait, where was this?
money. Twin Peaks restaurant. What do
So
you
you're
think
telling
of
me you're
that
at Twin Peaks
work
and you're
area?
worried about whether or not you were uncalibrated or the management and the girls were uncalibrated?
Yes.
Because I bet I know the answer.
What's the answer, Dad?
It definitely wasn't the management and the girls. You made someone feel uncomfortable.
I wasn't even hitting on the girls or anything like that.
So
I was just doing my job.
what did you do though that wasn't hitting
I
on the
didn't
girls?
do anything
You did
weird or
interact with them.
creepy. I took your course, sir.
Okay.
I don't do anything weird or creepy, sir.
Okay, so what'd you do?
It's not what I did. Well, it's sort of what happened. So I invited friends, girlfriends, right, to go. One of them forgot their ID. One of the girls decided two of the girls, there were 3 bartenders. 2 of the bartenders were like, okay, like I told them preemptively, I have friends coming over. We're gonna have some drinks, have fun. And then the 3rd bartender decided to check their ID, but one of them didn't have it and had showed the picture ID. So like, anyways, it's the bar setting. They took their corporal like rules too seriously, I guess.
No, they're not too seriously. You will go to jail in the state of Texas for that. It's not too seriously, dude.
Okay. So
you
yeah,
just don't understand the rules, Alejandro.
Okay, heard.
Yeah, you should not be taking, if you're taking girls to a bar and they don't have an ID that says they're 21 in the state of Texas, they don't kind of take you to jail. They take you to jail.
Take you to jail. Heard.
So again, you are the one, you are the reason why they would act this way.
Okay, heard.
Okay.
So
like
like
again, when guys
the,
come to Vegas and they're like, we're going to Access, and like, bro, do I have to wear shoes? You're the one who's uncalibrated, not Access. When girls come with me to Access, they're like, do I have to bring an ID? You're the one who's uncalibrated, not Access. You're the one who's uncalibrated. Listen,
okay,
guys,
there's
don't come
nuances
hang out with me
between
ever. I'm telling all you guys are here. Don't come to Vegas and ever hang out with me without an ID. I'm not interested. You're one of those people I don't need to hang out with. I don't care what your excuse is. Have an ID on you. Those are the rules. I'm not, when you're under 21, you're like, but Michael, I want to go to the Wet Republic. I'm like, well, you're not 21. Okay, but just make it work. I'm like, no. The rules are there for a reason. Okay?
heard. So anyways, that made me a little upset. So
no one did anything wrong to you. You brought girls that didn't have an ID. Maybe one of them was underage, and you went to a restaurant with them.
I literally had, here's some nuance. I have very sophisticated story to go with this, okay?
I don't know if we have time to go through the whole story, but what is the question that you have?
Okay, moving on. I essentially don't work there anymore, whatever. So I'm out of work right now. I've been training people, trying to make money from, like, I'm just over trying to work hourly, and I'm trying to figure out what to do next with my life. And I know you told me like it's okay to be in turmoil and being like fucked up and shit. You know
Alejandro,
what I mean?
do you like training people? Do you think your career in the future is going to be training people?
Not long.
It's okay if it is.
In the meantime, I mean,
okay, cool. I need you to watch everything by Alex Hormozy.
I have watched a couple of his videos.
Alex Hormozy was training people, then bought a gym, and then now he's worth several $100 million.
That's essentially what I'm thinking of, is being in
So
that
watch Alex
environment.
Hormozy. The second thing I would look at is maybe if you could find some videos on like what Wes Watson does in order to build his trainers into having stable businesses.
Okay.
Okay.
I was also thinking of how would I get someone to invest for me to open up a gym? Like,
I mean, you need to fix your Instagram. I would probably have a bigger following as a trainer. I would learn other things that you can do before I get to that point.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Alejandro, I wouldn't. You haven't shown me enough as a trainer for me to invest in you.
Okay. What would be visual? Just trainees saying that, hey, he did X.
So I'm going to give you some advice, but what does it matter? I'm not a trainer trying to hold a thing. I just told you the most famous trainer who has become 100 zillionaire is Alex fucking Hormozy.
Okay.
Dissect everything he did.
Okay.
Find some 3-hour interviews where he goes step by step on how he was successful. Okay.
Okay.
That's what I would recommend you do. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Thank you, Dad.
Awesome. Richard, what's your question?
My bad. Can you hear me?
Yep.
How you doing, Michael?
Great. What's happening?
Not too much, man. Before the question, I just joined MOA like a week ago. I'm not gonna make it long. I've been enjoying all the content. Appreciate all the stuff, man. And it's been working. And yeah, I enjoy it. But either way, I'll get straight to the question. So I know you guys talked about it beforehand, and the Instagram update just happened. Was there like a final consensus on what the solution was? I kind of missed that live.
For which question?
What is the solution to the new Instagram update when it comes to the messaging?
Yeah. So a couple things you can do. So for instance, if you post the flyer on your IG and then send the flyer as a reply to some girl and then write the message there, I think it gets past the firewall. I believe it does.
Post a flyer on your feed?
No. Well, you could post it. Yeah, on your feed. Exactly.
Oh, okay. All right. Cool.
Well, we have to experiment more with this because like it's hard for me, guys, because I have open threads with every girl I know. So because I've been doing this for a long time. But what I would use before is, so let's just say Babes in Toyland's coming up. So I would post the flyer on my Instagram. Then I would hit the share button and then share it with a girl. And then underneath be like, would you like to come to Babes in Toyland? And so I think it would get past the firewall.
Gotcha,
I know for a fact that if you reply to one of her stories, it will get past the firewall.
Okay. Also, one last question. When you're making the list if the woman has it on private, their Instagram, do you guys even bother with that?
I really don't have any caution when it comes to lists. A bunch of girls on my list are married with kids now. They don't come to anything. I don't care. I don't remove. I mean, you can, if you want to take the time to remove them, remove them. I just don't care.
Gotcha. All right, that's my final question. Also, just shout out to Luke from Boston. He's been helping me out.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Dax, what's your question?
Hello.
What's happening, man?
I just want to make a verbal commitment. You're on the live. I'll be in your program in less than 60 calendar days.
I love it.
That's it.
Hey, we got you on tape now, buddy. Dax, hashtag Dax superhero. Superhero Dax. Spandan, what's your question?
Hey, Michael. Yeah, first of all, I'm a big fan of your content. And secondly,
real quick, before we go on, AR Studios, thanks for being super knowledgeable, Michael. Sorry for infiltrating your all-male stream. So shout out to AR Studios. Who is AR Studios? Is that Amy? I don't know who AR Studios is. That might be Automate with Amy. That actually might be who that is. I'm not sure, but I'm glad that she's on there. Anyway, I had to read a super chat. Go ahead.
yeah, so my question is, I am having very difficulty in socializing.
Okay.
And I have, since COVID, I haven't moved out of my house, and
What city are you in?
I'm in Seattle.
Okay. That's the first red flag.
Since then, I have been like working from home, and everybody is working from home in our office, and I haven't touched base with anyone. So I'm totally.
You haven't touched what?
I haven't touched base with anyone. So I'm like totally. I haven't touched even a human being, as per se, not even shaking something. So it has been quite difficult, and I'm trying to go out again. So I did create an Instagram, and I also somehow managed to get the blue check mark on Instagram. And I did, and I did a photo shoot for myself. I got like 9 pictures on it. Like right now it's like 9 or 10. And then I tried the dating apps. It didn't work at all. Then what I did was I started following random girls on Instagram, and they followed me back. But then they unfollowed me. So I tried to figure out how do I keep the followers.
Yeah, we'll spend on me. Have you fixed your Instagram?
I have 9 pictures there, and I recently got the blue check mark on that.
Yeah, the blue check mark means nothing. Everyone can pay for the blue check mark.
So I pay for it. I pay like $15 per month.
Yeah, so the blue check mark means nothing. Have you fixed your Instagram? So a couple things, Spen. I'm imagining you're not in MOA because I never told you to follow random girls. I know that's the case. So I don't know where you got that from.
I'm not in MOA.
I can tell because you're not doing this correctly. And then also you need to fix your Instagram. Doesn't matter that you have a blue check mark. Yeah, messaging random girls, that's just desperation.
No, I didn't message. I just followed. That's it.
Yeah, that's worse. That's actually worse.
Yeah.
I don't follow people for no reason. There's a reason. Like you have to give me something for me to follow you. Spana, can I make a huge suggestion here? Can you go into the free school server and take the free course?
Sure.
Kind of mixed up. You're going in the wrong order right now.
Yeah, sounds good. I can search online for the link. Free school server. The free school. How do you spell it?
No, you don't have to search anywhere. Facundo just posted it in the chat.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
Awesome, man. Talk to you soon. Finish the course and then tell me what you think. Mark, what's your question?
See, all right. My question, damn, it got dark quick. My question is, I've been inviting people to events, inviting girls to events, and I have a 2-step process. Say, first step, I send the invitation out, see if they're interested. when they agree, I send them a Google form that just says like, put your name, IG in there, because they often want to invite one of their girlfriends or something like that. The intent is, of course, that I submit the list, the host approves it, and I get the girls comped. But occasionally the girls will want to bring along a friend that's just completely busted. And I know that that chick is not going to get approved. And I know that she's going to have to pay a ticket. So often I'll just tell them like, hey, I only have one comp ticket available. Like somebody's going to have to pay for their ticket. But oftentimes the girl just like dips out and says like, well, she's just not going to come if she can't get her ugly friend.
Yeah, that's fine. Then let them dip out.
So,
You'd be shocked. Wouldn't even think twice about it. What you say is like, for instance, we have this all the time. It's like, oh, I'm not going to a Bulgarian's party unless I can bring my friend. And I'm like, like you have no leverage here. I don't say it to the girls because I don't want to hold them accountable because it's a party, but like you have no leverage here. Like you're literally, and then what'll happen is the day before the party, when I call their bluff, they're like, okay, I still want to go. My friend's not coming. And I'm like, yeah, your friend was never coming and you can try to get on the list if you want, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen.
Okay, that's the same thing that I do then.
Yeah, it's absolutely what you'd say in the nicest way possible. Be like, hey, it's not my party. Every girl has to get approved. I need to submit their IG. You're going to see girls be like, well, I don't want to give your IG. And the reason why is because it's their really overweight, either really overweight makeup artist or possibly they're gay or trans makeup artist. And they don't want you to see that because they want that person to get in without any effort. And so they're going to sit there and hide it from you and tell you that Patrick is coming.
Exactly. Typically, they almost always put their friend on the list, and I can go and look in their Instagram. Sometimes the chick is private, sometimes they're public, and I'm like, yo, this chick is just ugly. I don't want to be mean.
But you don't say that. But you don't say it. You say someone else, because it's true. Someone else approves. When I get comps, even though it's me bringing the girls for the comp, in reality, someone else is approving the comp.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's true. You're telling the truth. Hey, I can't bring her because, someone else is approving the comp. And by the way, it's at nightclubs, it is men who are the ones who are shallow when it comes to this. When it comes to photographers, it is not men. It is women. It is women. Like it is women who are the ones who do this. So they are incredibly shallow when it comes to this.
Yep. All right. Got it. That was my only question was, is there something I can nicely say to be like, hey, you got to buy a ticket?
So they have to be approved.
Outside of that, just don't worry about it.
They have to be approved.
Good.
Sorry, whoever, you need to submit your friends because they have to be approved.
Got it. Yep. I love it when some girls will message when the party starts and be like, hey, can I still come? And I'm like, no, I'm sorry.
No, you can. Bro, I don't care. Like
at that point,
if they're not dating me, they can be as unreasonable and irrational as possible. I don't care. Because the reality is, dude, I'm throwing a party where I'm kind of using them. I don't care. If they show up late, whatever. The only ones who don't get to do that are girls that I hang out with who's claimed to be my friends and the girl I'm dating. They don't get to do that. Everyone else, if I'm throwing a party and I have 115 girls and like 20 girls show up late, I'm not going to, you girls don't get to come inside. I'm not like that. I don't care. I'm not a taskmaster. I don't hold women account. Like when I'm hosting a party, I need the girls there to entertain guys or to make the party look good. I'm using them as much as they're using me. So I don't care if they're late. I don't care if they're not accountable. I don't.
Yeah. And in this case, it's typically like a private party where people need to buy the ticket in advance.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to
in that case, then they can't come, right?
Hey, I can't do anything about it.
But Savannah Ruppel was late to the last bikini competition, and she's really hot. And I told the guys at the front, I was like, we're gonna wait till Savannah gets here. And she came and she got third place. I'm not stupid. Like she's hot. I'm using her as much as she's using me. So I'm not gonna, you were unaccountable. You need to learn a lesson about accountability. I'm not her fucking dad. But if we were dating, we have a date and she shows up an hour late, I'm like, you can move your shit out of my place. You're never gonna disrespect me like that. Make sense?
Makes sense.
That's it. I have different standards for different positions in my life. Again, I don't need my quarterback to bench press 500 pounds, but I do need my left guard to bench press 500 pounds. They're different positions. I don't need my point guard to be 7 feet tall, but I do need my center to be 7 feet tall. They're different positions, so different positions have different requirements. My girlfriend has one set of requirements. Whatever girl who comes home with us, she has different set of requirements. Does that make sense?
Makes sense.
There you go. Got it. Matthew, what's your question?
Yes. So,
what's going on, brother?
Yeah, not much, man. First of all, I just want to say I just joined the program since Thursday. And Tyler, shout out to Tyler Schoenig for the help.
Welcome to Fight Club, motherfucker.
Yeah,
Tyler
right on.
Tyler and I were throwing footballs with these girls in the apartment last night.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome. But I do want to ask you like a certain question. Like, tell me the story. I know that How to Win Friends and Influence People is like one of your top 10 favorite books of all time.
Yes.
What got you to read the book?
It was it's something you have to read in business school at UT Austin. That was the first time I read it.
Okay, gotcha. I guess for me it was like, working out in the classroom, something like that. But I do have a recent call for two questions. Yeah, and they're two completely different. So I do have a networking call with John Henley tomorrow at about 5:30 a.m. Any advice on just like trying to have rapport in terms of the situation?
How far are you through the program?
I'm still on week 1. I just joined Thursday.
What I need you to do is have questions ready for John. And then John is going to have stuff ready for you. Most importantly is you do not skip those first couple videos. The most important videos are welcome and how to use this course.
Gotcha.
No shortcuts, Matthew. No shortcuts.
And I did watch that video.
Program. Got it?
I got it.
That's it.
And done with the general question, but I do have a more specific one.
Yeah.
So for context, I just finished my contract with my previous job here. I do have experience in like sales as well as like general labor with like metal roofing and boarding and all that. But I did dial down to 3 things based on skill set and things I should work on. One was financial advisory as internship, work out, how to like, itemize tax deductions, all that. One of my other things I would be interested in as well is commercial multifamily syndication, specifically deal specialization for 20 units and up. Or something I would be really interested in would be a B2B2B, not B2B2B, but B2B2C SMMA for like construction, specifically like metal roofing and all that. I don't have like the managerial like experience or
you want to do social media mastery course for roofing and construction?
No, a social media marketing agency.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Oh, same thing. Yeah, I guess so.
So a couple things, Matthew. The social media marketing agency thing is extremely hard to break into right now. It's one of those hyper-saturated things. So if you have a structure set up to where you can produce, like we hired a guy and this guy's going to do maybe 2,000 pieces of content for me per month. Do you have the ability to do that now?
No, not currently.
Okay, so he's doing 2,000 a month for me. Do you see how difficult? Like this is kind of hard, right?
Yeah, it sounds saturated.
Super competitive. You get to sit from home and post on social media. Who doesn't want that job? Also, you're going to be undercut from people from Mosul, Iraq, Jakarta, Indonesia, Tehran, Iran, and fucking what's it called? Nigeria, Lagos, Nigeria. They're going to undercut you.
Okay. And as far as like between financial advisory or like multifamily syndication.
Okay, so financial advice. You're going to give financial advice.
Well, it's an internship, so yeah.
Okay. Now that you becoming educated, that sounds like a great idea. You telling me you're going to start giving people financial advice. I'm not telling you you're wrong. I'm telling you you have a lot of competition.
Okay. So in terms of competition, what do you think has like the least amount of competition while getting the best results?
The least amount. Okay, so here's the problem, right? As soon as I say it, it's over. Right?
Yeah.
If 3 years ago, if I had said solar, you'd probably make a killing in solar. Solar was, you actually have to be ahead of the curve. But if I give you the information, you're not ahead of the curve. You're on the curve. So what I can tell you is you can look for certain things, like NFTs had like a good 6 months and they're gone. Real estate has been on and off for like 20 years. That's way oversaturated. Any kind of law practice in general is like being a lawyer is oversaturated right now. Being a real estate agent is oversaturated right now. Getting into solar as like a door-to-door salesman is oversaturated right now. OnlyFans management agency is oversaturated right now. Amazon FBA is oversaturated right now. and social media marketing agency it's been oversaturated since Ty Lopez made that program. Because the problem is what'll happen is the SMMA people will go and they'll edit the shit out of your content, but they'll do it with a bunch of people from Africa who will work for $4 an hour.
Gotcha.
Matthew, like the one, how old are you?
21.
Matthew, high ticket sales is something I would train to try to get good at. And then see holes in different industries and then fill those holes.
So kind of like cars and all that stuff, or?
No, like anything. Like if you're a high ticket closer, you can work in any industry. It doesn't make any difference.
Okay. I'll definitely look into that.
That's where I would start. I don't think you have enough experience to tell people how to do, like, if you could show me, the guy who came to me to do my social media marketing agency, he works for Ty Lopez, Ryan Panetta, Greg O'Gallagher, and Brandon Carter. I hit them all up and they were like, yes, this guy's good. If that's who you're competing with, you don't have, I'm sorry, Matthew, you've got a long way to go.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So one of the things is we have these great ideas while we're sitting at home and we're like, oh, this would be great to do this from home. High ticket sales, that is the one there's not enough people who can do it. Like if you said, what's a place that's not oversaturated? Nursing. Nursing is that's a great job where you deal with a lot of fucking blood and crazy fucking people, and you will always be able to find a job. What's another place that's not oversaturated? High ticket sales, because a lot of people don't have the gumption to be able to do it. If I had to start over from scratch, I didn't have any brand whatsoever, 100% I'd get in high ticket sales. 100% that's what I do.
Appreciate
it.
Okay. Thank you.
Beautiful. Matthew, someone's asking you to contact them on the chat. Amar, what's your question?
Hi, hello. I just got contacted just recently, a few hours ago, by a woman that helped window cleaning. I'm 18, and I would like to know that she's connected me with her BP. She does life insurance. She's an agent, so she's connecting me with her BP. I got an interview tomorrow, and what should I do? How should I prepare myself for the interview?
Can you figure out what type of life insurance this is, and then probably watch 20 videos on YouTube describing this industry? That's what I would start doing. If I only had one day to study, that's what I would do. I would watch videos at double speed on YouTube.
Okay.
I'd find I'd start with the ones that had the most views.
Okay.
Sure. Then when I'm done with that, I'm going to go look for 40 90-second videos on TikTok with the same subject about the specific type of insurance. I would just be overwhelmed, but you're going to start to see these similar themes just so you could be somewhat prepared. Okay.
Okay.
Is the interview going to happen online, like via camera?
No, it's on person.
Okay, cool. Is English not your first language?
No,
That's fine.
I'm from Peru. Yeah.
How old are you?
18.
19. Okay.
18.
I'll tell you, you look 19. You kind of have a haircut like a 19-year-old. If you for me, when I was 19, I had a ball fade and I looked like I was going to go join the U.S. military.
Uh-huh.
I just sounded a little bit more serious. Now that may not be an issue for you. You may not be. They may be totally fine with how you look. But for me, I want to look like the job I want, not like how I want. Guys, This shirt I bought because it looks good on other people. Wes Watson wears black shirts. Ryan Stewman wears black shirts. We wear black shirts because they look good on us. That's why we do it. It's not because I like it. I don't do anything because I like it. My haircut isn't because I like it. My haircut is because other people have this haircut and they're successful with it. I don't have a huge fucking beard. I just have a little bit of a black and white beard. Why? Because I've heard women say that's attractive. That's why I have this. Everything I do is copied from someone else. There is no Michael Sartain. I am an amalgamation of success from other people. There is no actual Michael Sartain. It is, and by the way, there's none of you all are the same thing too. Even my DNA comes from my ancestors. There is no actual Michael Sartain. I am bits and pieces taken from different people's genetics, different people's ideas, memes, etc.
Yeah, I'm getting a haircut tomorrow also.
Okay.
The interview is like at 7 p.m. Yeah, I'm going in a dress. My uncle is helping me. I'm from Peru, and I got another question. What's in the what industry would you recommend? Like
From
make
Peru, selling cocaine. I'm just kidding.
right.
So I'm fucking with you. The industry, again, I'm going to go back to high ticket sales. Like, again, because you're remote, that's going to be the one that's going to be the easiest. Now, Amar, if you're willing to work for a lower price, getting hooked on with a social media agency to get experience would also be a good thing. So maybe going on to Upwork and saying, hey, I'm really good at editing video and I'm willing to crank out videos for 18 hours a day for people. And I'm really good at editing video. If you got that, that would be something where, I mean, that would be a way to get your foot in the door so that you could learn how to do this stuff. Then you start your own marketing agency and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah, I'm in Orlando right now. I was born in Peru.
Okay.
Yeah.
What city are you in?
Orlando, Florida.
Oh, you're in Orlando. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
The other thing I would tell you is when you have time, one book I love, it's a sales book, but I actually use it for job interviews, is Way of the Wolf. The Tonalities. Way of the Wolf by Jordan Belfort. It's about tonalities. I love that book for going to job interviews. The same shit. Keep them on task. And I always, whenever I go to job interviews, I always turn it around on them. I always show them, I know everything about your company. Now let me turn this back on you. And then explain to them why it would be a benefit for them. This is the last thing, Amar, listen. You need to explain why it's a benefit for them to hire you, not a benefit for you. Man, if I worked for your company, I would be so happy every day. It's just been like a dream of mine to work for you. I would never say that. If I work for your company, you're going to see drastic improvements in X, Y, and Z.
Okay.
You need to explain to why it's a benefit for them.
Got it. Thank you.
Love it, man. Anything else?
It's window washing. I also do window washing. I get like 3 persons a day, almost 75 for each one of them. Is that like a good, or should I just
Dude,
quit?
75 for window washing when you're 19 years old. Ain't nothing wrong with that, dude. Good job.
Okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I pay $115 to get my car detailed, and you're doing window washing for 75. That's not bad. Good job. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Learn a work ethic. Beautiful. Izadaza.
Hey, what's up, Michael, bro?
What's going on, man?
Appreciate your time in doing this, bro. I know you're a very busy guy, bro.
For sure.
Say thank you so much. So I noticed I was on YouTube right now, and that's how I managed to.
I love it. Thank you, man. I'm glad that you guys finally grow a fucking nutsack and come on here from YouTube. It's crazy how many people are just sitting there like, he's lying. I'm like, the bitch, get on YouTube. Get off YouTube and come on the fucking call.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, real quick, before we're done, I've been looking at YouTube. Infinite Slick sent on a super chat. I was really impressed when I first saw you debate with Destiny on Fresh and Fit. I read all 3 of the 3 body problem books in the past 2 weeks. Any other sci-fi recommendations? Also, will an 80-foot yacht help with pre-selection? 80-foot yacht will definitely help with pre-selection. And you want to start this book series called The Expanse by James S.A. Corey, Infinite Slick, and you'll love it. Anyway, go back to your question. Izadaza, what's your question? Sorry, man. You don't unmute yourself. There we go.
Okay. All right. My bad. I didn't know. So is this like, I think the title says cold approach versus social circles?
Yeah. So somebody was going to come on and debate. So I'm doing a debate in 2 weeks on that. And if anybody wants it, occasionally we'll have guys come on here and debate me. They just don't do really good. Debating it doesn't end well for them. So a lot of guys don't want to do it now. But if you want to discuss it, we definitely something we can discuss.
Well, no, I was just gonna add to that, like social circle versus cold approach. I think it's a beneficial of both, to be honest. I mean, I'll be honest with you, Michael. I mean, I'm 22. I don't have a lot of shit going on, to be honest. I fuck up because I don't got a good work ethic. I mean, that's my problem, to be honest. I was doing Vivid. I was doing door to door like last month, and I fucked that up because I wasn't working. And I guess I figured out that I don't have a big why. That's why I don't have a big work ethic.
Yeah, but hold on. You saying you don't have a big why and don't have a big work ethic is not a testament to cold approach. It's a testament to you getting off your ass.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it doesn't make cold approach better because you're not a winner. Go become a winner. That's my point. When you say they complement each other, social circle and cold approach do not complement each other. Social circle, cold approach complements for the first 2%, and then it's done. And then social circle is like cold approach doesn't get you in the Playboy Mansion. Cold approach doesn't get you to host a bikini competition. It's not close. It's like saying a horse and buggy is fast and so is a Lamborghini. So they complement each other. They don't complement each other.
Yeah.
It's not comparable. And like, I understand that other people want to say that it is. That's just a cope though. You're just coping because social circle is complicated. And I understand that it's complicated, but like, then there's ways to learn how to do it. It used to be scary and complicated. It's not scary and complicated anymore. You want to know why it's not scary and complicated? Because I made a course describing how to do it. I'm going to say this, and I don't care how many people it offends, it's the truth. No one before me taught social circle. No one. Adam Lyons did something similar to me, but he was more of like a club promoter. No one has taught social circle before me. No one. I am the first. I'm not the best person to teach social circle, or I'm not only the best, I am the only one to actually teach real social circle. No one has ever taught this before me. They just don't have the horsepower, the understanding, or the knowledge. No one has taught social circle before I did. And so because of that, like when people are making this debate, they're making it incorrectly because they don't understand how social circle works. And people are going to keep telling me I'm wrong. And then I'm going to be like, okay, show me your social circle coach. And then we'll show you this and you'll understand. No one has taught social circle before me. No one. Now, other guys understand social circle. Bulzarian understands social circle. Dan Fleischman understands social circle. He just doesn't teach it. I'm the first person to teach this ever. And so if you have any consideration where social circle is anything you've ever wanted to learn, there isn't competition. I'm the only teacher. That's it. I don't care what anyone told you. There's no other teacher but me. If you want to think, like the thing is, some of you are going to be like, man, that's really, really fucking arrogant of you to say, Michael. No, what's arrogant is for me to continue to lie or to continue to let people lie and say shit that isn't true, because it's not benefiting any of you for me to do that. It's not benefiting any of me for me to sit there and you to say that what I'm saying isn't true. And then I just keep showing you photograph after photograph, proving that I'm telling the truth. No one has taught this before me. No one. I literally have a bunch of girls and Justin Waller. Like, no one taught this before me. This is the alpha program for this type of learning. So when people want to have a debate, social circle versus cold approach, like they can't have the debate because none of them have ever done social circle unless you're in MOA. Make sense? I think you may have muted yourself. Hold on. No, you're still unmuted.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it makes sense. I mean, it all depends on the level of man you are, to be honest. I mean, I'm 22.
I don't think it's level of man. You can completely follow directions and get my level of social circle. It doesn't matter what level of man you are.
So I'm 22. I only got like $1,000 in the bank account.
Got it. Okay. So do you want me to just pull in all the 22-year-olds that are in my program?
You can send them my way.
I can go through all the 22-year-olds that are in my program, or actually 21-year-olds.
Send them my way, man.
Those 21-year-old guys, I'm not going to send them your way. You're going to come our way. You can join the school server.
No, but like off. I don't. All right, so that makes sense what you're saying, but I want to be a little bit more blunt. I don't want to talk about that topic. The only reason why I came here, I mean, I want advice from like a person that's very successful. So
for sure.
So to explain a little bit of my situation, but what I'm planning on doing, what action that I'm taking. So I'm gonna go back to Vivid door-to-door sales because I was making good money doing the camera alarm system, which isn't bad. I mean, you just gotta put in the work and do it. Basically, what I need, I feel like I need accountability, or I think I need accountability because
you clearly need accountability, dude. You just sat there and told us you don't have a work ethic.
Yeah.
I'm listening to you and I'm looking at your haircut and everything in my soul is just screaming U.S. Marine Corps. Everything is wanting me to tell you to join the fucking Marines. Everything. I don't even want you to join MOA. I want you to join the Marines. I'm giving you some tough love here. Like, you're making excuses for why you have no motivation. Instead of doing that, get some fucking motivation. I am so grateful I get to go to work every day, dude. It is so awesome that I get to go to work every day. I get to work hard. And when I work hard, I make more money from working hard. And you want to know what else? I make the people who work for me, I make their lives better too. And I make my clients' lives better. That's awesome. Motivation, bro. I am 45 years old and you are 22. And do you hear me? Does it sound like I'm slowing down? Or does it sound like there is a fucking fire in my ass? There's a difference. Everything you seem, now obviously there's other solutions, but everything you're saying, it's just screaming U.S. Marine Corps to me. Go fucking enlist in the Marines tomorrow. Save your life. Best, I guarantee you, if you did 2 years in the Marine Corps, you got out, you would say that was the best decision I've ever made in my life.
Do want to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I got a lot of shit to pay. Yeah, I know. I know.
If you got a lot of shit to pay, then join the Marine Corps. What are you talking about?
All right, it's done. I'm going to the Marines. Thanks.
Okay. Listen, man, I'm sorry. Like, I can tell right now, there's no way for me to help you until we get that motivation going. It doesn't make any difference what strategy I give you. Okay. Another thing, you're 21, 22, no 22, fucking alcohol, no fucking marijuana, period. No fucking vapes, no fucking Molly, none of that shit. Period. Until you are pulling in 6 figures a year, you don't get to touch alcohol.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Got it?
Yeah, I got you.
Beautiful. Niv, what's your question?
Yeah, so Mike, I've been here before. Sorry, my Wi-Fi was kind of bad. I was asking, like, I already have a lot of girls. Every day I'm seeing a lot of girls.
What city do you live in?
Right now, I'm a digital nomad. So right now I'm in Medellin, Colombia. Yeah,
okay, all right. Okay,
yeah.
all right. Now
yeah.
Put a 1 in the chat if this story was confusing to you, and now it makes a ton of sense. He's in Medellin, Colombia. You have a lot of girls. Okay.
Well, I'm not.
Yeah, I got you, bro. We got you. You got a lot of
there.
girls, bro. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, when I've been in the US, it was always also the same. Not as your level, all the respect. Okay, so this is my situation. Yeah, so I'm a digital nomad. I wanted to ask how to focus more on work with this side of dating girls.
Wait, say it again. What's the question?
How to balance between dating with girls and
why do you have to balance? You live in Medellin. They just show up at your door. I don't understand how you have to balance anything.
Yeah.
You have to put in no work to fuck women in Medellin. None. You have zero work.
Yeah, I know exactly. That's what happens. So because of that, I'm not doing my work. I'm not working on my business enough as much.
So just work on your business and then take a 15-minute break. Like, work on your business and take a 15-minute break to go fuck Lupita and then go back to your job. I don't understand. What do you mean work-life balance? You live in Medellin. Most of the people I know that go to live in Medellin live there because they don't want to focus on women. They want to do nothing and get women.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I guess maybe it was a part of my life before.
But Nib, I'm going to tell you something else. Nib, I'm going to tell you something else. The longer you live there, the harder it's going to be for you to come back to a modern westernized country where women have some level of financial freedom and then get women.
Mm-hmm.
If you were good with women before, I don't think Medellin makes you good. I think it makes you worse.
Yeah, I didn't have any problem. I'm just like, I didn't like my country before, so I just arrived. I traveled.
Are you Dutch?
No, I'm from Israel.
Oh, Israel. Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I didn't have any problem. I just didn't like my country, and I like to be in a digital nomad. Right now, I'm in a Medellin.
Digital nomad, 2 thumbs up. 2 thumbs up. Great fucking job choice. Moving to Colombia for tax purposes, 2 thumbs up. Great job choice. Don't have a problem with it. Mexico, any of those places. United Arab Emirates, any place where you don't have to pay a ton in taxes, 2 thumbs up. Great job. No question. If you want to get better with women, Medellin is not the place to go. Medellin's a great place to go if you just want to fuck a lot of women. It's not a good place to go to get better with women.
Yeah, that wasn't my issue. I didn't need to be better with women.
No, apparently. Okay, that's fine. My point is, I don't understand why you need a balance. Just ignore the women until the work gets done.
Yeah.
And then just call the señorita over.
Yeah, that part is hard because they're in my WhatsApp and they're sending texts and stuff like that. And it's so easy to be to do other stuff and they're not my work and stuff like that. And then it should
then turn your WhatsApp off.
Yeah.
till your work is done. Nib, here we go. Let me just answer the question for you. Two things. I want you to read The One Thing by Gary Keller, and then the other book I want you to read is Buy Back Your Time by Dave Martell.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and you said about I already said like I didn't really use my Instagram stuff like that. It wasn't like any concern for me. I am a DJ. I used to like post stuff of me DJing and Instagram stuff like that, but never posted like stuff with girls and shit and things like that. I do
You don't have to post stuff
photos.
with girls. If you're a DJ, that shows you're competent. Being a DJ is attractive to women too.
Yeah, I've been DJ. I didn't DJ for like 2 years because I started being a digital nomad. I stopped DJing stuff
Great.
like that. So
Yeah.
I'm
to answer your question,
considering-
those two books I gave you are the ones I would do.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Michael.
Good luck to you, man.
Thanks, Mike.
Miguel, my partner, he's in Medellin too. Lives in a nice neighborhood out there somewhere.
All right, that's cool.
All right, man. Talk to you soon. Joel, what's your question?
Hey, Mike, what's up?
What's going on, man?
No, I'm chilling. I watched this interview with Dan, and he talked about how he regrets being famous and whatnot. I just wanted to know, like, since you're low key kind of famous, but not like really yet. So I'm wondering if that's something you want, and then also if he ever talked to you about that.
Yeah, it's a great question. So I have the temperament now at 45 to where if I became famous tomorrow, I'm fully prepared for it. I don't care what Ty Lopez or Dan Bilzerian, and I'm friends with both of them, what they say to me. If I were as famous as either one of them, I would be totally adaptable to it. At 25, no way. I would not have been able to do it. At 45, being in burning airplanes, having my dad killed by a drunk driver, growing up in a really fucking rough neighborhood, and then having two severe financial crises, wiping out like 80% of my net worth. I will tell you, being famous is not difficult. And let me tell you something else. I would exploit the shit out of it. I would hit up every bar owner, club owner, and be like, hey, I'm coming through. Can me and this group of people come through? And I would get every fucking thing comped I could. There's no limit to how many photos. I don't get tired of people taking photos of me. I don't get tired of talking on camera. I don't get tired of people taking videos of me. I just have a temperament where at a level of extroversion, I'm a 10. I'm just a 10, Joel. On introversion to extroversion scale, I am a 10 on extroversion. 10, 10, 10. And so because of that, I would not have any trouble. Ty and Dan specifically, like Dan is not a 10 on the extroversion scale. He'll tell you that. Ty is extroverted. I don't think he's as extroverted as me. Like a lot of people have to get into gear to talk. You guys notice I don't have to get into gear. You remember Owen? Owen is a great speaker. Owen Cook. He goes, all right, guys. And he's like getting himself psyched up to speak. I don't have to do that. I don't have to. I'm Usain Bolt at 19 years old, sprinting, breaking the world record and not even stretching. And after drinking beer. I'm Johnny Manziel, like beating Alabama after drinking the night before. I don't have to stretch before I talk in public. That's my skill. That's my gift to the world. So if you were to ask me if I was going to be famous, it wouldn't bother me in the slightest. Right. It would do nothing. But the difference with me is I would fucking squeeze my fame for every penny I could.
Yeah.
Every man. Oh man, you're a good fan. You're a big fan. Hey man, I'm glad. Here, come on, let's take a picture. Have you thought about joining MOA? Literally every fucking penny I could get out of it. Sweet. That's the difference between me. And then in the end, I'd look at my bank account and I'd think about all my friends who were famous and broke. And I got a lot of them. Now, Dan and Ty are not famous and broke, but I have a lot of famous broke friends that were on a TV show in the 1990s, still living off that residual money, not lasting as long as they thought it would. I have a lot of friends like that. You know what I'm saying? Did one show back in the day. And that's not me. The other thing for me, Joel, is the reason why I have no fear of becoming famous is because I have a podcast. So if I became like super famous, whatever I needed to respond to, I would just take 3 hours. I would probably make this Monday call at weekly, and I would just be like, respond to all the haters every Monday at 4. And then I would release my podcast every Wednesday at 7. And then I would just do my coaching calls. That's what I would do. That's that's one of the things one of the things I really admire about the position that Joe Rogan's put himself in. Anyone can say whatever they want about Joe. Joe's ability to respond because of the massive stature of his podcast, his response can always boom louder than his criticism. Such an amazing position he's put himself in. You know what I'm saying? And his responses can be 3 or 4 hours long. Such an amazing thing he has. So for me, Ty Lopez told me a long time ago, you don't know what it's like to be famous. You don't want to be famous. I probably get more hate now than Ty did when he first started becoming famous, but it's not because I'm more famous. It's because there's just more hate on the internet now than there was back then. You know, and I'm losing social media accounts and I'm getting death threats and people are keying my car and whatever, you know, like I've got a Glock. I don't ever want to use it. I'd never want to use it. But like, it's one of these situations where like, I will, like, I would have no hesitation. If somebody were hurting my family member, there's no hesitation. When I tell you guys I would shoot someone who was hurting my family member, I mean, there is no hesitation. You can call me a psychopath, whatever. I'm talking about it is follow through and no hesitation. Why? Just like, first time I jumped out of an airplane, it was like, ready? You ready to jump? Boop. There was no talking meaning. I was just gone out the door. There's no speed of implementation, suspension of disbelief. That is what I teach. And that is how I live my life. I'm not the slightest bit worried about becoming famous. Not whatsoever. Because me becoming famous makes Grant and Miguel and the sales team and Shar more money. And it makes sure that my nephew, Ike, can go to any school he wants and never have to want for shit. So if me being famous means I make more money, fuck it, let's do it. I don't want to be famous like Epstein. But me becoming famous, no worries whatsoever, Joel.
And then for the guys that you know who are famous and then aren't anymore and like broke, like I'm always like I'm kind of interested like in the idea of like famous. All right, let me rephrase. So you talk about how status kind of like supersedes everything and how it's kind of malleable and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So it's basically like, is pre-selection the only thing that makes you more like attractive in a stat? Like,
no. Pre-selection is not the only thing. Pre-selection is the thing I can change the easiest.
Oh, okay. So then why, like, are those famous people still attractive or are they like a lot less?
They're a lot. Okay. So it depends. Like if they use their fame, a great example is Jeff Franklin. Jeff Franklin is kind of famous, like blue checkmark famous, but Jeff Franklin is the creator of Full House. Jeff Franklin's probably worth $400, $500, $600 million. And he is way more rich than he is famous. Pascal Mawad is another great example. He's way more wealthy than he is famous. He's one of the two owners of Mawad jewelry, way super wealthy. So in those cases, they're more wealthy than they are famous. But then you take someone like, who's it? Pauly Shore. Pauly Shore is a great example where he was a famous comedian back in the 90s. Pauly Shore was one of the most famous people in the world back in the 90s. Yeah, he was. He was an Encino Man. He was on MTV. He was everywhere. But Pauly Shore was where was pretty famous. He's not wealthy commiserate to his level of fame back then. And he's not as famous now. He was an icon in the 90s, right? You could say that about a lot of people. I see him out in Hollywood all the time, like these old actors. Like I guarantee you, Mickey Rourke is not that wealthy. Like some of these people, they blew their money but they're still famous and they progressively become late. I hang out with Ralph Reicherman a lot. You know Ralph Reicherman? He's the drummer for the Scorpions, this band back in the 80s. He's from Germany. And Ralph is just like, he's kind of famous because he's Ralph from the Scorpions and he's kind of rich. He's got 3 houses in the hills and we go party there at night.
That's my question. Like, does Fame Brain still work on them or is it only a Dan Bilzerian?
I will say with Ralph has absolutely had sex with hundreds of women in probably the last decade because he's famous. Pauly Shore definitely probably does. I don't know. What are you talking about with the Fame Brain thing?
Yeah.
I think what would be important is for you to do something to maintain your relevancy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. And then the other thing is like, I'm trying to run a Google Ads campaign for the affiliate thing just to see if it works. Who do I reach out to?
For those of you who are trying to be affiliates for me, stay patient, keep grinding, grow your account. We're going to have something that's going to help you out here pretty soon. You guys are going to be making a lot more money. I'm not letting the affiliate thing is like doing 15% of revenue for us. I want it to do 50% of our revenue. I want really for this affiliate thing to take off. So I've come up with some ideas to where those of you who want to become affiliates for me, I want this, I want to get it to where this is your full-time job. If you want to make it your full-time job.
Okay. Who do I talk to about getting a conversion tag set up?
A what?
Conversion tag. It's like a piece of code that you have to put on the site.
No, we just give you a link. What do you need a conversion tag?
To put on the site so that if someone clicks on it, I can track it.
Yeah, but you can do that on your own. You don't need me. You just need you just need my link to see if you sold to us.
No, I mean like when you're running a Google ad, you really do need to put in your website a piece of HTML code that allows you to track whether someone clicks on it, just so that you can see the metrics on the Google ad interface. Does that
Okay,
make sense?
we're not going to pay you a commission fee though on if somebody clicks on it. We're going to pay you a commission fee if they buy it.
But I can optimize it better if I can track what parts.
But you can still set up your own affiliate thing and do your own tags. You don't need us.
Oh, word.
You don't need us, Joel. Just set up. You can go to ClickFunnels and you can do that. So what you just said you don't have to just be my affiliate. You can be affiliate for 50 other people if you want. There's people who live out who all they do is set up websites and affiliate for everyone. There's no reason to not do it. Dude, some of those affiliates will pay 50% commissions, 75% commissions. Now you have to sell their shitty ass spatula or their fucking power drill, but they'll pay you commissions. Yeah. Anyway, Joel, great idea, but that's not our responsibility. We only pay you if you sell a product. That's it. Yeah. So what we're going to do, Joel, I'll just give you a hint. We're going to give you a much less expensive product to sell, and we're going to give you way higher commissions. Okay. Yeah. Last one is going to be Mark Munier. Last question. Then I got to go, guys. What's the question, Mark?
Double touching the video. I was following up with the last question I was talking about the last time, that I don't think now that getting a virtual assistant to help you get your list together will actually work, because you'll end up with somebody else's idea of attractiveness and women with other reasons why you would not be interested in them, like them having cats, which in my case, I'm allergic to them. So
Mark, I don't know what you're talking about. Mark, this is ready. I would go to my guy and be like, these women are attractive. Find me women that look like this. That's all I would do. They would say yes, and then they would do it. And if they didn't, I'd fire them. I don't know what you're talking about, Mark. Allergic to cats. I'm not even going to meet most of them. It's about building a list. It's not building a dating list, Mark. It's about building a list to get open threads. It doesn't matter if they have cats.
I'm way more serious than most people about what I do, I guess.
Okay, Mark, then you can be serious, but the problem is we need you to have 4,000 girls on a list so that you can throw big events. It does not matter about okay, your dream girl is here. Here's my list. My list is 4,000 girls. Of the 4,000 girls, 200 of them respond. 100 of them show up to your first event. Those 100 then introduce you to another 100 girls. The next event has 100 girls, but it's different. It's 50 from the first group and 50 from the group that they introduce you to. So now here's a different 100 girls. Then those 100 girls introduce you to another 100 girls, and then they introduce you to another 100 girls, and there's your dream girl.
Yeah, I get that.
So it doesn't matter these first 4,000 if they have cats.
But we're trying to get lists from like 2004, but whatever.
Huh?
I thought it was supposed to be 2,000 people, but
yeah, I mean, 2,000 is a good start. I do 4,000.
Yeah.
I think 4,000 is better.
Yeah, thanks.
All right, Mark, great. Guys, loved it. If you guys are interested, listen, do whatever you guys want to do. The only thing I will not accept is for you to say no to this offer. And that is this. Guys, 100%. You all need to join you guys all need to be in the school free server right here. You can see it right there. Put a 1 in the chat if you're not in school right now. If you're not in our free school server. Free school server has it has the course, which you can watch for free. It has the Instagram testimonials, which you can watch for free. It has the schedule for everything we're doing, including Babes in Toyland, bikini competition, everything that we're doing, all the Access Vegas. You get that for free. And it has my book list for free. Okay. Got it? Is anybody else? Put a 1 in the chat if any of the rest of you have not joined the school server. Cool. Beautiful. There's the link to the school server. Those of you who are watching on YouTube, same thing. I put the link to the school server. It's pinned up at the top, and I just put it in there right now. I want you guys, make sure that you join the free school server. For those of you who end up joining, I will see you guys tomorrow. Those of you will be on the call tomorrow with me. What in the world is going on here? Oh, my bad. I have a one-on-one in 1 minute. For those of you who join this free school server, I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm sorry, join MOA. I'll see you tomorrow. And then you'll be in the paid school server. One more time, coming up this week is this weekend is going to be Maxim Carnival at Resorts World. On the 22nd, I'm doing a debate on Playing with Fire. On the 24th is going to be Babes in Toyland. On the 25th is going to be the bikini competition here in Vegas. I will see you guys soon in 2 weeks. I'll be back on here to do another one of these Monday calls. And for those of you who watch this on Zoom, you guys can go back and watch this whole recording on YouTube right now. I will see you guys soon. And for the rest of you,